What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everyone doing? I hope everyone has had a good Monday. Welcome to the live stream. Welcome everyone. What's up? What's up? You guys got any plans for Halloween? What are you guys planning? Any craziness? Are you guys dressing up or anything? I won't be dressing up, but I'm gonna wait a little bit closer to I'm gonna probably say it again later, next week. Sadly, I have something to do Saturday stream, so I won't be streaming on Saturday. But I'll probably say it again next week, closer to the date. I'll probably stream on a Friday on that week, just to make up for it. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Yeah, I'm thinking about that now. I didn't think about that before, so I'm thinking about that now. Yeah, let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started with some TikTok videos. Let's get started with some TikTok videos. Hope everyone's doing well. All right. So let's check out these TikTok videos.
Woman who considers herself average at best and below average, like on a bad day.
I wouldn't consider it below average. I would say average. You shouldn't be that harsh with yourself. Average is perfect, right? Average is perfectly fine. But I would say she's average.
I don't think it's that crazy for men to say things like, I'm afraid of approaching women. Just be like, based on the fact that approaching is difficult, like you have to put your ego on the line. Somebody could be recording you. Your rejection could get posted, and they could reject you in a really mean way, especially if they're recording you, and you're not aware. But also, it's just hard to know when you're supposed to approach. Like, how are you supposed to know when somebody's open to receiving like that sort of attention? And you might say, oh, with body language, but it's like, are you supposed to look at them first? And how are you supposed to look at them to indicate that that's something that you're trying to do? You know, I feel like it's hard, it's difficult, and it's scary. And those are all reasons why I don't approach men. Like, I think it's just hard. I don't know, but you guys can let me know your thoughts on this. As a woman who can...
I love that. I've said this before, okay? Tonight's stream, saying that, can women teach men anything? Women are the title is harsh, right? The title is me being clickbaity in a sense, right? I'm sorry, it is what it is. That's content creating. But I would never say, I don't believe women are terrible. I don't. So I always like to show that, it's not true. It's not all women. It's not, maybe not even most women. So I like it when this right here is true emotional intelligence for me, where you can understand others besides yourself, right? Because the problem with a lot of women, in my opinion, they have a hard time with actual empathy because they can never put themselves in the shoes of a man, in the position of a man. So to see a woman that does it, chef's kiss, right? It's amazing. It's amazing that she could do it. And one of the things she said, yes, I agree that it is hard to understand. It's the fear of asking women out is one of the drawbacks of approaching. Okay, because you can never know if. Sorry, connection was weird. What's up, my brother? What's up? What's up? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. My connection was weird, so Yeah, I guess it's fine now. Yeah, it's always good to hear, that women do understand man, that women do and can understand men. That was weird. Hopefully it's won't come back.
And black men love teaching their son how to play football and basketball. Teach that little boy how to build a house. Teach that little boy how to build a house. How to cut some wood. Teach that little boy how to cut some wood. Teach that little boy how to start a fire. Why the hell we going strike the sport? What the fuck? And black men love.
This is why I said, right? At least internet black women, they seem like the biggest hater of black men. What the fuck are men gonna do with cutting wood? Do you even see a tree for a man to cut in the city? Are men building fire? Are men like setting fires now? What the hell are you talking about? See, this is the stupidity, right? This is the stupidity of women. You just want to say shit to say shit. You just want to say shit to say shit. Build a house? Like, you need permits for that shit. Okay? I swear to God, like, do you even, like, were you there during the time when men built houses? You weren't. So you don't even know what the fuck that is like. And how about, stick to your lane? How about you teach your daughter, how to cook and clean for a man, how to take care of a man? How about you do that? Is it okay for men to hold women to gender roles and shit like that? How about you cook and clean for me? How about you do my fucking laundry? Oh, that's misandrous? Yeah. Saying stupid shit like this isn't. Again, this is why a lot of black men see that, black women, but I would like to clarify, I think more internet black women are black men's biggest haters. They're absolutely bitter. Yes, I agree. Right? Pantheon. Like, he said that I think women today are not realistic. That's the problem. Exactly. They're not grounded. 100%.
I'm single for many reasons, but the main reason why I'm single and why I don't want to date and talk to nobody is because I don't want to have to consider how I make somebody feel, and I don't want to consider no one else's feelings but my own. I don't. Like, I don't care about your day, honestly. I don't care if you ate. I don't care. I just don't.
I'm glad she's honest. At the very least, I'm glad that she's honest. I've said this before, where I promote women being single. You're happy you're single? Go for it. Stay single. Stay single, because the problem I find is that women just can't stay single. That's my problem. That's my thing. Women just can't keep it in their pants. Women will still F around with men. Right? Women will still deal with men. Women will still complain about men. I'm a big supporter of, if you're like this, stay single. Just stay it. Just decenter men. Stop dealing with men. Because why? Because I'm glad she's honest, because women like this showed you women are selfish. They're not just unrealistic. They are selfish. They're egotistical. They are narcissistic. Okay? I believe majority of women only think about themselves. Only think about themselves. The best example you could say is when people make money. When men make money, what do you think about? Having a woman, having children, having a family. Right? When men make money, he thinks about providing for others. When men make money, he thinks about others. What happens when women make money? When women make money, she thinks about she don't need no man. When women make money, she thinks about she don't need no man. She don't need no kids. She will focus on herself. She will buy herself shit. She will travel alone. She will focus on her fucking self. You see how the dynamic is. Again, why I do these videos is because I want to break that fucking mode. To tell you how it is. Stop believing this shit. I believe men are more caring, nurturing, selfless than women. I do. In general. Of course, there's outliers. Of course, there's differences, right? Of course, there's the people who aren't are the exception. But I believe in general, men care about others, right? Men care about others. It is women that don't give a shit, in my opinion. Yo, Evil Eddie, what's up, my brother? What's up? How have you been? You gotta tell me what's up. What's going on with you, man? I missed you, brother. The chat has missed you. For example, if a woman can accept the following statement, men are stronger than women, it tells me that her mindset is sound, that she knows her place. Or it's not even place, right? She knows reality. She's grounded. That is logic. Men are stronger than women. That is logical. If she can accept that, she understands logic. Right? She's not ruled by her emotions. That's the thing. That is how I wouldn't say know her place, because women will get triggered. But I would say a woman that understands that, agrees with that, she is logical. She's not ruled by her emotions. She's not talking to you based on emotions. She's talking to you based on logic. Yes, I agree. No, I agree. Oh, you know what? Laughing Man was saying you were at your cottage. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool. That's really cool. I agree. Disconnect. Enjoy your time. Focus on yourself. Be happy or be content, or just disconnect. But great. That's awesome. I'm glad you got some time for yourself. The world is crazy.
How will you treat your husband if you're a feminist? How will you treat your husband if you're a feminist? These are the questions that men ask when they want women to prove themselves to them. I'm not going to prove myself to you. If I ever get married, and I'm not looking forward to marriage. If it ever happens, we will see then. This is what they ask you. That question is equivalent to, what do you bring to the table? Can you cook? It's when men want you to prove yourself to them. For example, now, if they ask me that question now, what men want from me is that I should say, I can cook, I can clean, I will love my husband, I will respect my husband, I will submit to my husband. That's exactly what they want me to say. You are not getting it from me. How will I treat my husband? I don't know yet, because he doesn't exist. I do not plan towards things that don't exist, unless it probably has to do with money plans. That's different. A man that doesn't exist, I cannot center him, so I don't know him. He doesn't exist. He's not in my reality. I don't care about him just yet, because he's not in my reality. How can I center something that is not in my reality? How? It doesn't make sense. So no, I'm not going to prove myself to you. I'm not going to prove myself to you. I'm not going to prove my femininity to you. I'm not going to prove my womanhood to you. I'm not going to prove anything to you. That question you're asking me is because you want me to prove myself. I'm not proving myself. Whatever you think, that's the truth. If you think I'm going to be mean, horrible, disrespectful, that is the truth. Whatever you think is the truth. I'm not going to prove myself. I'm not going to tell you what I will do, what I will not do, because I don't know. I don't know the man. He doesn't exist. What's my business? Why are you asking me? My future husband. Why are you asking me that? Because you want me to prove myself. I'm not proving myself. That thing that you think I'm going to do, that witchcraft, that nonsense you think I'm going to do, that's the truth. So you will do with this video what you will. Nonsense. Asking me stupid questions. I'm talking of equal rights. You're asking me how you treat your husband. Are you mad? How will you treat your husband if you're a feminist? How will
Yo, Red Door, what's up, my sister? What's up? This is a thing where women are so idiotic, right? Women are so idiotic. I'm sorry. A lot of them are. Not all of them, but a lot. So imagine if men give you the same energy. This is the thing where women are, today's day and age, right? Modern day women are suffering. They can't stand it because men are giving them the same energy. What do women call it? Sassy. Okay? Because men are now giving women the same energy they gave them. So imagine this. Here's a woman that's saying that, how dare you say what I would do for a man? Okay? How dare you say what I would do for a man? Because you know what? He doesn't deserve it, or, there's no such thing. So imagine this where men why would I have to do anything for you? Why would I have to do anything for you? Right? Whatever you get is what you get. Imagine that. Would she be attracted to that? Would she want that? This is the thing where this is the energy men are giving back to women. Women are like, this is the thing where men are saying, you got to put effort in. Text me. Call me. Right? Pay for a date. How about that? Oh no, that's sassy. What is he, feminine? What is he, gay? Right? What is he, a princess? Oh, so that's what you're doing? Because asking for to be treated well is only for women? The hypocrisy there. The double standards you're trying to create. That is the insanity of a lot of women, where you think you're better than men. Okay, you think men don't have to you don't have to treat men better. You don't have to treat men any kind of way. You don't have to do nothing. And you know what? This is the sad part, where men have so low self-esteem, so little self-respect, so little self-love, that they think this woman is probably good looking, and they will bend to her. But here's the thing. She will either get simps and betas, right? Men that have no self-love, no self-respect, to desire her, to simp for her. Or she will get the users, right? The players, the bad boys, to use her. Because that's who she's going to attract. Women like this don't understand, maybe it's because of you. That's why you're attracting the losers or the users, right? It is because of you. It's because of your mindset. That is why you're attracting the losers or the users. That's something that women got to think about. Exactly. They want the best of both worlds. That's the point. They want traditional treatment with modern behavior. Crazy, completely incompatible. Exactly. Right? Women want to treat you with disrespect, while you must treat them with respect. Right? Women want to give you very little while taking from you a whole fucking lot. Yes.
Do y'all think I should start wearing makeup and like growing my hair out and stuff? I can't help but feel like I'm missing out on a big part of life because I don't adhere to like the beauty standard, which is strange to say out loud because I'm like wondering why should I have to adhere to the beauty standard to be treated with compassion and kindness, but I can't ignore, reality. I don't care about male validation as much as I see most people do, but I can't help but like feel that like I don't know if when women are giving me compliments that I could take it as genuine because it's only women giving me compliments. There was a study that found that women will compliment other women even if they don't find them beautiful, just so there's no competition, which is weird because I'm not here to be competing with people. I'm just trying to enjoy my life, But the truth is I wouldn't even know where to begin because I'm so far removed from like femininity. I find that when you ask, people are either very cruel or they say you don't need to fix anything. It kind of sucks that I'm okay with how I look, but I know it's not going to get me anywhere in life. It feels like there's only so far your personality can take you. Do y'all think
Well, your personality seems dry. This thing is like, this is the pure hypocrisy. And this is right here. Why I want to show this. This is the sadness, right, of modern day world. This is the sadness of modern day world. This is what we have created. This is a thing where this woman is standing in hypocrisy and doesn't know it. So she's suffering from what she wants and what she's trying to fight against, right? She's suffering from what she wants and what she's trying to fight against. My bro, yo, poor man, what's up? So let's kind of break this one down.
I should start wearing makeup and like growing my hair out and stuff?
I don't think it would help. To be honest, you are not even close to. You're nowhere close to conventional. I'm gonna be honest, right? Brutally honest, and it's not coming from a place of hate, but you are below average. So even if you, yes, go to the gym and if like she said, right, makeup and hair really is not gonna do a whole lot for her. Now, if she goes to the gym, that would definitely help. But yeah, makeup and hair is not gonna make things better for you.
I can't help but feel like I'm missing out on a big part of life because I don't adhere to like the beauty standard, which is strange to say out loud because I'm like wondering why should I have to adhere to the beauty standard to be treated with compassion and kindness, but I can't ignore.
Here's the thing, where to be treated with compassion and kindness, that is not a necessity. Now, to be treated with respect, That's human decency. Okay. If someone is going out of their way to disrespect you, that's not cool, right? That is not cool. Now, if they're not even bothering talking to you or even acknowledging your existence, then okay, whatever. It's not that big a deal. Ah, Jeremy, what's up? What's up? Did you get my message, right? Wednesday stream. I'm down for I am down for some for some debate, some conversation. So, this is what Jeremy just said. Damn, I don't know. This just seems like someone sad just venting. Don't really see the point of making fun of her. Just didn't say anything like that crazy by the usual stance. Here's the thing. I'm not making fun of her. Okay? This is the problem where I think you're probably a young man. And that's part of the issue. Where you don't understand there's such thing as constructive criticism. Okay? Here's a woman that is venting, but what is she venting about? Okay? This is the problem where people who are too in touch with their emotions, they miss the big picture. What is she venting about? Okay? So what is she venting about? Let's look at this.
Or, reality. I don't care about male validation as much as I see most people do, but
So she doesn't care about male validation. Okay, cool. She doesn't care about male validation. Remember that.
I can't help but feel that I don't know if when women are giving me compliments that I could take it as genuine because it's only women giving me compliments.
Oh, so now only women are giving you validation. So now you don't know what to do. One hand, you don't care about male validation, yet you complain that you only get female validation. That is the thing. That is why constructive criticism matters, right? My brother, Jeremy, this is the problem with you, where you don't listen to understand, right? Because you go about it with your emotions. Listen to understand, not listen to just respond. That's the thing. I'm not attacking her, okay? I'm giving her constructive criticism. And here's the thing where when you post online, that's the freedom of getting criticism. Here's the thing where look at what you're doing, all right? And I support it. You going on my stream and critiquing, giving an opinion. I support that shit. I support it. I love it even, right? I love it so much that my brother, I'm asking you Wednesday, come on, me and you, any kind of all the disagreements, let's talk about it. But this is the problem where you don't listen. But see, this is the thing, right? You said, yeah, it's hypocritical, but who gives a shit? Dude, what's the point of constructive criticism if she's not gonna even hear? But here's the thing. You gotta think, listen to this, right? If me and you are debating, okay? The point isn't to make you change your mind. The point isn't for you to change my mind, right? This is where a lot of people don't understand. We're not trying to change each other's mind. I'm not trying to change her mind because that's not the point. We are trying to change the people that are listening. So this is the point where you don't understand. This is social media, okay? So we don't need. Yeah, that's fine. Well, you're free whatever time. Remember the last time, right? But what I'm saying is that I'm not trying to change her mind, okay? Because yes, she's not going to listen. But what I could do, right, is if there's a viewer that's out there, okay? Let's say he's a man version of this, okay? A man version of this and has this kind of mentality. Maybe you can change the mind of the audience. And that's the point. Stop thinking about, you know what? I need to change the mind of the person I'm talking to or talking about. No, you shouldn't, because honestly, that doesn't matter. Because 1-to-1, it doesn't matter. So if there are like a dozen people, 100 people, 1,000,000 people watching, it's about the audience. You want to change the mind of the audience. That's who you hope for, right? Changing the mind of 1-to-1 or me or you, that's not the point. Because even if, let's say when we have, I'm down too, right? When we have the conversation, the point isn't about changing your mind, or the point isn't about changing my mind. The point is that I make my argument, you make your argument, and we let the audience decide, what makes more sense? That is the point. Because if we're always trying to change each other's mind, the likelihood of that is not very high. Okay? The likelihood of that is not that high. So that's where I'm going about things. But yes, like what I'm saying about this woman, okay? This is the problem she doesn't understand. She's borderlining on the desire, the biological desire that it's about man, right? You want male validation. You don't want female validation. Female validation means nothing to women. Female validation means nothing to women. It doesn't mean anything. It's male validation. If you are a true straight woman, it is male validation that you want. But this woman is fighting against it. And this is the thing where we have a lot of women that are doing that. Right? And this is the educational part. If just so happens if someone sees it, right? This is the point where so many women are trying to fight that because they are fostering a male hating environment. Right? A male hating environment. We are fostering a male hating environment. And that's what we're doing. So women like this are fighting against it. They're trying to fight against, I don't need male validation. I'm going to cut all my hair. I'm going to look as unappealing as possible because I don't need male validation. But deep down inside, okay, when she's getting validation from women, it's not good enough. It's not good enough because deep down inside, women will say shit just to say shit. Okay? The sisterhood is fake. The sisterhood is built on lies. Women will say Lizzo is a 10. Women will say Lizzo is perfect, is beautiful, is gorgeous, when they know fucking too well that they would never want to look like Lizzo. Women will say this woman is beautiful. She's amazing. She's a 10. She's perfect. But women fucking know that they would never want to look like her. That's the thing. That is the insanity. That's the hypocrisy of women. That is the danger of women. For men, I get it before, right? Plenty of men said, yo, bro, you got to go to the gym more. You got to get your money up. You got to do this. And I agree, right? But here's the thing where I'm not out here like complaining about shit. I'm not complaining about my lot in life, right? If I'm like, I don't get enough validation from women. Oh, you know what? I'm suffering in the dating market. So for me, it's a little bit different. I truly don't care, right? But I do work on myself. So that's the thing where it's the difference. Women like this, they're trying to fight it, right? One hand, they're saying, I don't want male validation. On the other hand, only female validation is not good enough for me.
There was a study that found that women will compliment other women even if they don't find them beautiful, just so there's no competition, which is weird because I'm not here to be competing with people. I'm just trying to enjoy my life, But the truth is, I wouldn't even.
But even if you enjoy your life, what does it have to do with male validation? What does it have to do with men validating you? With men noticing you? That's the thing. So again, that is why she's suffering. She's fighting against it.
Even know where to begin because I'm so far removed from femininity. I find that when you ask, people are either very cruel or they say you don't need to fix anything. It kind of sucks that I'm okay with how I look, but I know it's not going to get me anywhere in life.
Why do you need your looks to get you where in life? That's the thing. Women, this is the women are fighting programming, right? Societal programming and biological programming. Women are fighting it. Women are trying to fight it. Here's a woman right here. She is trying to fight it right now. Why would you care if your looks get you anywhere? Right? Why? Why do you care? Right? Your looks will only get you anywhere if it's towards men. All right? If you're trying to get men attention, right? That's the only purpose of your looks. Women will still compliment you. Women will still, prop you up, praise you. So why do you care about getting in with your looks? It's because deep down, women know that their purpose is to be by men, is to get noticed by men. So that's the thing. But she's trying to fight it.
feels like there's only so far your personality can take you. Do y'all think I
How far do you want to go? No, Jeremy. I mean, Eleanor. That's your name, right? No, it's not disrespectful. I love the pushback. That's why that is why I want to make Wednesday stream just me and you. Maybe later on in the stream we could bring some people on, but I'm down for a conversation, a debate with me and you. I don't find it disrespectful. I welcome pushback, right? You wanted to talk, you wanted to learn, you wanted to, I welcome pushback. And correct, Evil Eddie said it too. Pushback is good. This is the point where let's prove whose basis is stronger, right? That's my thing. I'm always down for it. What do you guys think? Thank you everyone for being here. Please like the live. Please like the live. It's helpful to me. Big Bars, what's up, my brother? What's up? Now, I've seen this woman's content a few times, right? Her YouTube is Burb and Bougie. So, but I forgot what I saw her on TikTok a few times. This woman is Steve, what's up, my brother? This woman I've seen a few times where she's essentially your typical man hater. But let's check her out, okay? Let's check her out.
So this is an interesting story that was picked up by the New York Post. Why women don't want to date a red pill man. Warning as grim male trend erupts. All right, so we know that the red pill is global, right? So this article is actually based in Australia. It says there are over 330,000 more women than men in Australia. But despite the dating pool inequity, there's a growing number of single guys whom women will never pursue. These undateable men are those who subscribe to the red pill notion, an alarming subculture that perpetuates a societal hatred against women by opposing feminist narratives and emphasizing traditional gender roles.
Emphasizing traditional gender roles. There's no other person that emphasize traditional gender roles more than feminists. I guarantee it. Okay? Feminists do not truly want equality, right? They want power. They want oppression. Feminists want to be the ones in power. They want to be controlled. They still want men to be in their gender roles. Women just want to break out of theirs. And here's my thing, okay? Cool, right? If women don't want to date men, all the power to you. I will never tell a woman, you have to have a man. You have to get married. You have to have kids. No, you don't. Do what makes you happy. If being single, right, is what your happiness is, I support that. I'm not even being facetious or sarcastic. I support women. If you want to be single, stay single. On turn, what I say is that men, wake up. Okay? Improve yourself. Improve yourself mentally, which learn about shit, right? I believe red pill is just an ideology, right? It's just a bunch of facts. Okay? And I want to say this. Feminism created red pill. That is my controversial take. Feminism created red pill. But okay, what I was saying. Improve yourself mentally, improve yourself physically, right? improve yourself in your personality, right? Gain emotional intelligence. Improve yourself financially. Get your fucking passport. I want every man, any man, right? If you want a woman, okay, get yourself a passport. That doesn't mean, oh, go marry a foreign woman. No, that means open up your options. That is the point. I'm not telling you, oh, go marry a foreign woman. All right, go marry a Thai woman. Go marry a Filipino woman. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that, you know what? Open up your options, right? If you're in Australia, open up to America, the US, China, Japan, wherever. Open up your options. This is the thing. This is what women will fear. Okay? This whole fucking things that women say, oh, I don't want to date men with red pill knowledge. Okay, fine. Find who else you're going to date. Right? It's either you date the losers and the users, right? Again, what is left? If women don't want to date red pill men, cool. Guess what is left? Guess what's left for women? The losers and the users. That is what left for women. So this is why I would say, men, up your game. Open up your dating market. Open up your options. Explore the world. Explore the world. And then women will learn that, okay, yeah, you know what? It's the valuable men, right? The men that are intelligent, emotionally intelligent, right? Have financial stability. They are going other places. They're going other places. And that's what women will suffer from.
Women are like, I would rather not. I would rather say single, thank you very much. The term originates from a 1999 film, The Matrix, where the lead character is offered a choice between a red pill and a blue pill. The red pill symbolizes awakening to harsh realities, while the blue pill represents remaining happy but ignorant. Men's rights activists have taken the red pill concept to represent a similar awakening to what they perceive as the true nature of society and gender relations. These modern misogynists often come together online in a virtual space dubbed the Manosphere, a collective of various digital communities promoting warped views of masculinity. It's wild that this publication has picked this up like this. People found within the Manosphere include men's rights activists and incels, a group of heterosexual men who blame women.
Talk about male activists as a negative is quite insane to me.
And society for their lack of romantic success, and who openly admit to loathing women.
Exactly, Evil Eddie. This is the thing where that's the thing. You do not have to deal with women like this. Open up your options. This is the thing where I support more men. Have a passport. Have a passport. Do not be scared of opening up your options.
For not sleeping with them. While it's easy to brush off the rise of mainstream misogyny as internet fodder or a sensationalized storyline from a TV show, data show it's seeping into every corner of culture, from social media feeds to Aussie classrooms. The disturbing rise in troubled men is something Australians should be worried about, warns Taurag Shala, a vocal advocate for gender equality and an anti-violence campaigner. The rise of red pill culture and manosphere thinking isn't just edgy internet banter, it's leading to real-world harm. At its core, it frames gender equality as this kind of threat and paints women.
What's the harm? Okay, none of these people ever say the harm. So it says it frames gender equality as a threat. No, it doesn't. This is a thing where that's not red pill ideology. Red pill ideology is showing you that that's not what women want. One of the tenets, right? One of the tenets of red pill ideology is hypergamy, where women are not dating their equals. Women don't want to date their equals. That's the thing. No one is. This is the problem where even men, right? Even whack ass men, panderers, can't even understand red pill ideology. Men are not complaining. Oh my God. Oh, equal, right? That's crazy. No, that's not. Men are talking about the hypocrisy of it. You do not want to date your fucking equal. That is the issue. That is the problem. Women are not desiring to date their equal. They're actually desiring to date their betters. Right? Women are saying that I want a man that's 6 feet tall. I want a man that's when they're fucking short as hell. I want a man that's have a six pack when they're fucking fat. When they're fucking like, you know what, not that great in shape. Oh, I want a man that makes over 6 figures when, you know what, they barely make over 50. Right? And also, they're fucking baby mamas. Oh. So literally, they're asking to date 1% of men. Top tier men. That is red pill ideology, right? The showing of hypocrisy where women are asking for hypergamous relationships. How about fucking learn it before you talk about it? Men are not complaining, oh my God, women are my equals? Women are my equals? I hate it. Fucking men aren't complaining about that shit.
As either being manipulative or lesser. It normalizes misogyny and creates this culture where violence against women is excused, minimized, or even justified.
Never want, not even the most popular red pill content creators like Fresh and Fit. I've never heard them talk about harm, violence against women. Never once. You please point it to me. Point to me a popular or a well-known men's content creator that talks about violence against women and excusing that. Please show me that example, because none of these motherfuckers will ever do that. Will ever show you an example of a man excusing violence against women. Please show me it. You cannot find it. Even Fresh and Fit do not advocate or talk about violence against women or excuse violence against women. And they could be the most misogynistic in the whole manosphere. Right? You could say that these men are the most misogynistic, or at least what women would deem misogynistic. Yeah, I've never seen these men say, oh, violence against women is okay. Excuse is again, or when did they minimize or justify violence against women? This is the problem. You just fucking make up shit.
Australians should be concerned. Shala, whose sister Nikita was just 23 years old when her husband murdered her in a jealous rage in 2015, added that these distorted beliefs create a dangerous space for women to exist.
Do you see this fucking hypocrisy? You see this insanity? So you pick a murder, right? You pick someone who killed his sister or whatever. You pick someone, a husband who murdered his wife, and then you equate that to what? Red Pill did that? Literally, you source nothing. You didn't source that this man believed in that shit, or you didn't source that this man was spouting Red Pill ideology. So this is the insanity, right? This is why you cannot hiss into women. I'm sorry, because you couldn't even prove yourself correctly. You didn't even say, oh, this man that was drowning in red pill ideology, believed in red pill ideology, or was, I don't know, inundated with red pill ideology. And because of that, right? Because of one talking point of red pill ideology, he killed his wife. What talking point of red pill ideology that made him do that? Point it out. You can't even cite anything. You can't even prove it correctly. You just say, a man kills a woman, it is because of men's content. What the fuck is that? You're actually creating a straw man argument. You're just like, oh, you know what? This is because this killing was because of that. Even though I'm not saying anything, right? I'm not giving any specifics.
In. The idea that men are universally oppressed or that women only pursue wealthier men or a certain kind of man reinforces this toxic adversarial.
How is this idea, right, that men are oppressed and women pursue wealthier men, that led to this man up here killing his wife. How is that? How is that? And here's the thing where is it not true that I think this is the thing. I wouldn't say women only pursue wealthier men. That's fucking not. I wouldn't say that. No one says women only pursue wealthier men. Nobody. But it is true that women want, women desire, women's standards, right, are for wealthier men. Point me a woman that says, I want a broke man. Point to me a woman that says, I want a broke man. Point to me a woman that says, you know what, I want a man that makes a lot less than me. Point to it. Please direct me to a woman. Please direct me to a woman that says, you know what, I want a broke man or a man that makes less than me. Please show me the woman, because I'll be surprised. I will stand corrected. And here's the thing. Men are universally oppressed. Men are. Men are the one making up the most the homelessness population, right? Men make up the most homeless population. Men make up the most the poor. Men make up the least catered to, right? There's really hundreds of programs for women, practically maybe a handful of programs geared towards men. Men are oppressed, right? More men have died in the history than women have died. There are battlefields laden with men's bodies. So men are oppressed. But that is a fact that men know.
Real view of gender that is pitting people against each other.
So feminism does not pit women against men. And here's the thing. Does modern day feminism does not pit women against men. The hypocrisy there. That women that doesn't do that. That's fucking insane.
And resentment, when mixed with entitlement and dehumanization, becomes a risk factor for violence. But when these groups grow and spread vitriol, women are using the internet to warn each other. Beware of the red pill guy. One feminist social media user who dedicates her page to calling out male content creators spewing red pill ideology recently captioned one of her clips, "Don't date or take relationship advice from these males." Others are sharing the moment they
I wish they'd tell who it was, because I would love to react.
realized their other half had swallowed the red pill, with many revealing it caused the relationship to come to an end. These red pill guys have gotten out of hand, one shared in an emotional video. But who are these men and how can women spot them? Melbourne psychologist Carly Dober said research shows some men are more vulnerable to the harmful ideology than others. Systemically, some young men feel they are being culturally left behind academically and professionally, with wages and jobs not as easy to access and the typical markers of adulthood, home ownership and procreation, more difficult or impossible to access compared to previous generations. So this article didn't dive too deep.
Yet you said nothing about that, right? The last statement was true, right? Her last statement was true, yet gave no, look, this statement right here, systemically, some young men feel they are being culturally left behind academically and professionally, with wages and jobs not as easy to access as the typical markers of adulthood, home ownership and procreation, more difficult or impossible to access compared to previous generations. Great. Okay, and boom, crickets. They say nothing. They say nothing else. And this is the point right here. This whole fucking statement is why Red Pill is created. Because one of the tenets of Red Pill is fucking improve yourself. This is one of the things why I actually love Red Pill. Because it holds men accountable. Red Pill holds men accountable, saying that, you know what? Women want their betters. So you better be fucking better. Right? Women, like, don't be a fucking loser. Don't be a loser. If you think yourself a loser, if you are a representation of a loser, you think a woman wants you? They don't. Right? They don't want you as a loser. So up your game. Up your game. Have better knowledge. Right? Better your body. Better your finances. Right? That is the prescription. Okay? Now, it can change. For me, I don't necessarily view that as an exact prescription because I don't believe that, all of us men need to be jacked. I don't believe all of us men need to be like 6 figures and above, right? Because you can find a woman that, you know what? You don't have to break your back to make 6 figures to get a woman. You don't. You don't need to be like fucking, Arnold Schwarzenegger Jack to find a woman. Because again, that is you're being too superficial. Okay? But having some kind of merit where you are not a fucking like obese slob, that's good. Having some kind of merit where you're not a broke fool living in your mom's basement, right? That you have a job, that you're productive, that you're earning, that you're stable, okay? That's good. So that's why I viewed it as, you know what? It is a prescription, but it's just a general thing that men need to strive to be better. Men need to strive to be better. Men need to strive to be the best version of themselves. And here's the bitches that don't listen to that shit. They never listen to, you know what? That is a tenet of Red Pill ideology. Be a better version of yourself. Be the type of man that a woman would want. Be a type of man that, you know what? That you see value in. And one of the things that I like about Red Pill is have respect for yourself. Love yourself. Care for yourself. Don't be deluded by fucking women. Do not put women on a pedestal. You are not beneath women. You are not, underneath a woman where she can step on you. Be the best version of yourself. And yet, here's an idiotic person that doesn't even talk about this.
More difficult or impossible to access compared to previous generations. So this article didn't dive too deep into the talking points of the Red Pill, of the manosphere.
Because they never fucking do.
One thing that they cannot stand are people like me, feminists. They cannot stand feminists at all, especially since they think that men are being left behind systemically. So it must be the feminist problem. So feminism is one of the things that they cannot stand. One of the things that they push are the traditional roles like.
Exactly, Evil Eddie. Exactly. Right? And then she would think less of you. Big bars. Here's the thing where I get it. And you know what? I've gone to the point where I think I like that too sometimes. But, if you want, I always think that human beings, as human beings, we are better off paired. But, some people, I get it. It's not easy.
Man leader, woman submissive. They talk about submissive all the time. But the thing is, in this economy, both people have to have jobs. So that's quite important. So that's one of the reasons why they're kind of talking themselves out of relation.
Here's the problem, right? I agree. Both people need to have jobs. Both people need to have jobs. This is why I said it in the beginning, where men are not complaining that women are equal. Men aren't. Like, seriously, look, one of the biggest complaints women have, right? One of the biggest complaints women have is 50-50 dating. That's a women complaint, not men. Men will gladly split the check with a woman. Men will gladly do that. Right? Yet women complain about men. Like, one of the things that women complain about is coffee dates. Low investment dates. Low cost dates. Men aren't complaining about that. What man is like, oh my God, I hated that, women want to go on a coffee date with me. Oh my God, I hated that women want to split the check with me. What fucking man is complaining about that? I've said this before, and I believe this. Men will be fine. Men will actually love it, where it's a 50-50 dynamic. It's a partnership. He provides, you provide. He takes care of the children, you take care of the children. He helps with the he helps with domestic work, you help with domestic work. You help with yard work, he helps with yard work. Men will be fine. Right? Wayne, what's up? What's up, my brother? Yo, Australia. Yo, this is an article from Australia too. An article from Australia complaining about red pill. I hear that the women hate red pill a lot more in Australia, right? Australian women hate red pill a lot more. That's crazy. But men would be fine with a partnership. It is women that hate that shit. It is women that do not want to do a partnership. It is women who criticize partnership, not men.
Because women want to work, women go to school, but they are stuck on the number 3 thing, hypergamy, and how relationships are one-sided and relationships don't benefit men, even though, they're stuck there, but women are working. I don't know the dynamics of the workforce in Australia, but here in America, like 78% of women are in the workforce. And that other percentage is probably women who have come out of the workforce because of having babies or being a caretaker. Some of the things that they say that they are for men to worry about self-improvement. Get into the gym, get your money up and all of that. But their self-improvement seems more like, antagonistic. Like, I got to get this money up so that then I can go out and get whatever woman I want. It's not really seeming like it's for self-improvement. It's so that they can get the control that they're lacking or the power that they're lacking.
No, it's to give men options. If men are at their best possible, they have opportunities for, as their dating pool is as big as possible. Men are different to women. Men want to make their dating pool as big as possible. Only women want to make their dating pool as small as it can be. Exactly, Wayne. Modern Western women also love playing the victim. They do.
Some of the other talking points, they're just critiquing society, but when they're critiquing society, it just basically seems like they're critiquing women. As they talk,
Well, women are pretty much the biggest part of society. And to be honest, and since the start of feminism, women are the ones to shape society. Women are the ones that have shaped society.
On the surface, self-improvement could be good, but the way that they do it, it doesn't seem like they're really improving themselves because it's very surface level, like gym money and maybe some nice clothes. I don't know. Some of the other things that they talk
No duh, you don't know.
about prenups. They use pickup. They're still using these dating strategies that seem like very outdated.
Now, the pickup artists, the dating strategy things, I don't really care for. I honestly don't. I've never cared for it. The pickup artist part of the, side of men's content, I never cared for it. Because to be honest, it's part of the manipulation that I'll call out, right? I don't think that that's healthy or really a good thing, in my opinion, because it's not really you. It's not really you, and it's like you're trying to fake something. I don't know. I just, maybe I'm off, but I just never cared for it.
Nothing that they talk about seems particular.
See, like Wayne says, Sydney, most women are entitled to the max. Very, very delusional and hypocritical. That's the thing where I heard it, where this is why I think what I've heard is that Australian women hate red pill a lot more. Australian women hate a lot of red pill men content a lot more. Probably because women are even more delusional. Probably because women are more delusional in Australia. I don't know. It's a bucket list, right? It's a bucket list. I do want to one of these days go to Australia.
Current. But the good thing is many of us women are watching the things that they do. We report back to other women so that when they do start dropping all of these terms, we can report back to the other women. We're all spreading this stuff. So as they are spreading globally, we are warning women globally. It's wild that in Australia, they said that there are over 330,000 more women than men, but these women are still opting out because ultimately the way that they talk about women, they dehumanize women to the point where women are saying, no, I would rather be single, because they have basically reduced women to being a wife appliance, incubator, bang maid, and that's pretty much that. They said, if I have enough money,
No, that is not true. This is a thing where a lot of male content, they focus on a helpmate. A helpmate. Someone that completes a man. Someone that is there to support a man. The problem is women don't want to be in a supporting role. That is the problem. Women do not want to be in a supporting role anymore, which is fine. That is within their right. If they don't want to be in a supporting role anymore, fine. Whatever floats their boat. But again, red pill men are not necessarily, or not even saying, oh, a bang mate, an incubator. No, that's not what it fucking is. It's a helpmate.
am going to purchase a woman, and women are like, no, I would rather be alone. And the crazy thing is, this is the craziest part, some of these men will have relationships, they will be in relationships, and some kind of way they end up in the pipeline going down the red pill. They'll be in balanced relationships that are more egalitarian, but once they go down that pipeline, they start sabotaging their own relationships, where women are just like, okay, now I gotta go. Now we gotta break up. I cannot be with you if you're going to start demanding that I act like this traditional role, and I'm going off to work, or I am not here to be a servant to you. You're not my master. Some of these men actually think that they own a woman. It's like, dude, we're not in slavery. Being in a relationship is not a slave master, enslaved person relationship. So many of these people, these red pillars, are making people men in relationships single. It is the craziest phenomenon ever. Anyways, it is wild that the New York Post picked it up, but I honestly think that they could have done a better job with fleshing this out. They could have talked about some of the men that are leading the charge, their voices or whatnot. But one of the things that I want to remind us all, Cinco de Mayo is coming up, the anniversary of Kitten Hill's kicking.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know what else she said. But what do you guys think? Women have looked down at what they offer men. They are off. Women dehumanize it. Women dehumanize it. Women are mostly looked. I agree. I agree, Wayne. I agree. What do you guys think? Women like this are tiring. Really, they are tiring. Tiring, but very fun to trigger. I agree. I agree. I agree. Too many women here think they are way better. They are than they actually are. Women these days don't live in. Exactly. We said that countless times. That is the problem. Okay, women are not living reality. Women think that men want to oppress women. No, men fucking don't. Men don't give a shit. Okay, men don't. Men are not looking to oppress women. It's like, I think even majority of men are not necessarily desiring a woman to be submissive. Now, if she is, great. But if she isn't, Men don't give a shit. Men are not desiring women, oh, you need to be submissive to me. No, but you need to actually show that you actually fucking love me. Okay? Not just want to use me. Because here's my thing where I think a lot, if not majority of marriages, of relationships, women only view men as usefulness. Right? If he's a good tool. If he's a good tool to be used. That is it. A lot of times, women are getting in relationship with men they don't actually love. Okay? They don't actually love, because you actually love someone, you will go above and beyond for them. It doesn't even matter if you cook and clean for them, because you can see this, right? You see the women that, get with the cheaters, the liars, the players, the bad boys, the abusers. Women will go above and beyond for these fucking men, right? Literally, women will go beyond for these fucking men, right? Women will do everything within their power to keep these men happy. Anything and everything within their power. But yet they wouldn't do that for good men. They wouldn't do that for good men. And that is the insanity right there. That is the insanity. So you go above and beyond for the fucking bad men, but for good men, all you think about is just using them. All you think about is like your stability, right? You want to use men for their stability. You want to use men for their utility. God forbid you cook and clean for a man that's good to you, right? God forbid you use a man that's actually good to you, but a man that fucking abuses you, you will bend over backwards for him. Yeah, make that make sense. Make that make sense. Because here's the thing. The majority of those divorces, right? 70% filed by women. Majority of those divorces, none of those women will ever say that he's a bad husband. He's a bad father. He abuses me. He lies to me. He cheats on me. None of those fucking women will ever say that, because it's not true, right? It doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. These women who divorces men are not saying, oh, these men are terrible husbands, terrible fathers. It isn't. Women aren't saying that. But I can tell you this. A lot of these women saying they fell out of love with him. A lot of these women saying they're bored with him. They're bored with that life, right? A lot of these women are saying that. A lot of those women saying that they want to find something better. They want to find something different. The grass is fucking greener on the other side. That's it. That's what I'm saying. Please like the stream, my brothers. Please like the stream. All right. Here's one that I thought was interesting, right? I always find it interesting that why are these, a lot of the conversations, okay, are run by single women, right? Just that when women give advice to other women, they're single. When women, when they give advice for relationships, these women are single. When women do a lot of things, they're essentially single. So this is why I want to talk about this one.
My dating events are not just for single people in New York City. You kind of have to be a very intentional dater. I've hosted 10 events this last year, and I've realized that men and women are very different when it comes to intentional dating. I obviously can't speak for men, but as a woman, here's what I've noticed. My events are not free. And not that it should matter, but I don't really make money off of this. I'm paying a lot to venues. I pay a lot in website domain fees, maintenance, Type 4 memberships. There's a lot of money that's going out. My events have been priced between $24 and $160, with the average ticket cost across all my events landing around $70 to $80. And I've had over 200 women pay that cost, sometimes even that hefty cost of $160. Coming to a dating event is kind of the equivalent of paying on a first date. So you have these women who have probably been societally taught to not pay for a first date, paying for their first date. Now, if you're going to fight me on that rule, just ask yourself, if you're a man and you were to have a son, are you going to teach him to go 50-50 on a first date? Yeah. At my dating events, I have had women pay and invest their dollar because they feel that it's worth it to them to invest and take charge in their dating life. Of course, just as a man does, you can always go out to the bars, you can go out to the park, you can talk to people in real life, you can meet people for free. And I'll even add that for women, we have that added perk of going on first dates with men and getting a comped meal or comped drinks. But the thing is, when you get to a certain point in your adulthood, especially if you're a woman who has education, her finances in order, community, and agency over her life, you cannot dangle this idea of free meals over her and think she will accept that as the only method of dating. That's like shaking a bag of cat treats in my face and expecting me to run over as if I'm some domestic helpless kitty. If you're a single man, you'd rather go out to the bars to hit on women, flirt with them, take them home, take them on a date, etc. That is up to you. I am not trying to take business away from the bars. If you're a single man and you want to meet women who are intentional, who are so down to be in a room full of intentional singles that they would pay for a first date experience out of their own pocket, that's the kind of people that I'm trying to curate here. Anyways, I hope you'll join me for my 11th, 12th.
I always think it's funny that perpetually single women are trying to make money off of other single women. I think it's funny. I really do. This woman is single. She has no success to her story. She has no success to her story, and yet she's creating these single events to do what? Even you, right? Who is like who is organizing these events, don't benefit from it. Don't have any success from it. You don't have success. You don't have a success story. So how can I trust something that you're organizing? That's why I found it funny.
Here's what you're gonna do if you're currently sad about being single. I'm also single, I'm 27, and I'm living in New York City, and somehow I've managed to get to a place where I feel very neutral about this. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that I feel amazing, but neutral. The first thing you need to do is get very clear on what you are sad about. Because I don't even know you, and I'm willing to bet that you're sad about not dating your perfect person, and not because you're actually single. Because let's be real here, if the problem was really just about being single, I think the desperation would wreak so much that you would actually be in a relationship. That's my hot take. The second thing you're gonna do is you're not gonna let the way you feel about your singlehood dictate, motivate, or inspire you to live your life in a certain way. I'm going on a solo date in New York City, not because I need to build in a self-love day or learn to be by myself. I'm just outside living my life because I don't know when I will have this opportunity. The point is, you don't have to get to a place where you're feeling happy or sad about being single, but just know that this is a unique phase in your life that you might never ever get again. Here's what you're gonna do.
And that's the thing where, what can I learn from this kind of woman? Nothing. What can you learn from a woman that's, no better than you? And again, like, I love what Evil Eddie said, right? Perfect person, there's your problem. Find someone you can tolerate. I agree. You don't need someone that's perfect, right? You don't need a perfect person. You need someone that, you know what? You enjoy spending with, right? You can tolerate, you can, spend your time with. You don't need to change them. Right? Their flaws are acceptable. But a lot of these women, what's special about you that you can do anything for me? I tolerate, that's good enough, right? I agree.
Modern dating culture is so judgmental and lacks compassion, so I brought together 20 single women and 20 single men on 2 Wednesday nights in New York City to my 2-part dating event called Based on a Second Chance. 40 New Yorkers were asked to return for a second date the following week to give one another a second chance before making any judgments and before exchanging any kind of contact information with one another. On date 1, each person went on 20 first dates that lasted 5 minutes each. The dates were encouraged to stay seated or move to the bar to enjoy food and drinks together. At 11 p.m., I sent everyone home promptly and no form of contact was exchanged. My favorite part was that we all said, "See you next Wednesday" on our way out. Exactly 1 week after their first date, we had 35 New Yorkers return for their second chances with one another. Date 2 was a group date. We encouraged people to be very bold and make their intentions very clear despite being on a group date. I just personally think it's important to see people in the context of a larger social group, and I think that's exactly what happened. At the very end of the second date, we asked each person to write down their top person. I played matchmaker, and Based on a Second Chance resulted in at least 8 matches at the end. It's interesting because on the first date, a couple of our singles told me that their type was not in the crowd. But tell me why, despite that, at the end of our second date, we had probably more than 8 matches. And I also ran into a couple grabbing ice cream after our second event. What do you think? Would you attend? Would you wait to base your judgments on someone after a second chance? Let me know what city you'd want me to bring this to next. Modern
Like, okay, I find that a waste of money. I find that a waste of money, and how she's restricting people from continuing it, right? Like exchanging phone numbers and actually talking more. Yeah, it's like she's grifting, right? She's grifting. No, you have to come back to the event, right? You have to come back to the event so you have to pay more, right? You have to pay more to see if there's something happens. You are fucking grifting. And a group date sounds like an orgy. Like seriously, a group date? How are you getting to know people really well like that? I'm sorry. It's like you might as well go on a date in the movie theaters where you don't even talk to each other. Yeah. I mean, if it happens, great for her. I just find things like this, what a waste. What a waste. But I don't know.
So I was in love with a man who was ashamed of me. Let's unpack that. Now, I was so in love with this man. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. We were inseparable. Wherever he was, I was. Wherever I was, he was. We was on the phone all the time, talking about any and everything. I thought he was my person. I will also...
I heard the first few seconds of it, and that's why I wanted to react to this. She was in love with a man that was ashamed of her. Again, no difference than women attracted to the players, the bad boys, the Tyrones, the Chads, the men that abuse, that lie, that cheat. You think women want good men? No. They want toxicity. They want chaos.
I like to believe that there was a small part of him that thought the same thing. Now, when we were younger, we were very discreet. Nobody really knew what we had going on. People who knew, they knew, and those who didn't, they had no clue. We were never public. We never acted like we were dating. We never even talked about being boyfriend, girlfriend. I used to just think it was some little fun game we were playing. The whole time, all of that discretion was because he didn't want to be seen with me, because he was embarrassed. And the way I found this out was so hurtful. One day, I was walking home from school, and he was outside playing basketball. One of his friends saw me and said, "Hey man, there go your girl." He looked at his friend with such rage and was like, "Stop fucking playing."
I would see that. I think he would just, why he would do it, probably a lay. Again, a lot of men, I'll hold men accountable for this. A lot of men will deal with a woman just for sex. He will deal with women just for sex or the validation, right? Because if she's desiring him, she's in love with him, she wants him and he can deal with that. I don't agree with that. I think that's, I think that's really low, because stop dealing with women you don't want, right? Don't deal with women you don't want.
He wasn't aware that I heard what he said. His friend was like, "Man, if you like her, it's okay. You don't have to be embarrassed." He like, "Man, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't like that girl." He was right about one thing. He didn't like me. He loved me. And he was embarrassed that he loved me. I shed a little tear as I continued to walk home. And I never told him I heard that conversation. But it was that day I understood. This man is embarrassed. And he doesn't want anybody to know that he likes me or that he's involved with me at all. Whenever we were alone, he would act one way. When we were in front of people we knew, he would act a totally different way. Whenever he would see other men take interest in me.
Oh my God. I 100% believe that. Okay. This is the problem where we constantly say men are superficial. Men are superficial. Men only care about looks. But here's that thing. Okay. Women, see, like, this man's behavior is shit, right? This man's personality is shit. And yet she's still with him. She's still with him. Again, women are superficial, right? Love men on looks, height, charm, wealth, not on personality. Because again, a man that's ashamed of you, that's a shitty personality.
Particularly his friends, he would have to fight to act like he didn't care. At one point, he got involved with a girl that I knew. And this girl knew that he had something going on with me. But in order to overcompensate and pretend like he didn't, he would talk about me in such a vulgar way. How disgusting I was, how ugly I was. It was now beyond like, "Hey, I don't like her." Now it was, "She's ugly." I said, "Oh, okay." I confronted him and asked him if what he said was true. He said, "Yeah, I did say those things." After that day, I didn't talk to him anymore for years. Because I knew I deserved better than that. Even as a friend. And anybody who loves you is not gonna do that. And it was a really weird feeling to watch somebody you loved so much become a bully. More specifically, a bully to you. And as I walked away from him that day, all the memories of us began to flash through my mind. Every love letter, every conversation, every kiss, every hug, every moment he walked me home. I questioned if any of it was ever real. I questioned if the version of him he showed me was even real, or if he was just faking. But some of those kisses seemed just too real to be fake. I made peace with his shame, and his pride overcompensated for his guilt. We didn't talk for years, and somehow we got back in contact, and it was like a love roller coaster all over again. We couldn't help that we loved each other, but this man, after all those years, was still ashamed of me. Maybe not as ashamed as he was before, but still ashamed nonetheless. His friends would make fun of him for liking me.
Oh, I agree. They make up. You know, this is the thing. The chemistry thing, it's just fucking toxicity. It's just toxicity. It's the chemistry shit is that this man knows how to manipulate my emotions. That is it. That is chemistry, right? He knows how to manipulate your emotions. That is chemistry.
Make fun of him for hanging out with me. And I know deep down inside that did something to him.
Yes, alpha widow. I agree.
Because he cared about what other men thought about him. More specifically, the men he wanted to admire him. He would confess and tell me all the things that his friends would say. And the irony of all this, those men who were talking about me in such a way, they wanted me. Yeah, they liked me too. But when they were talking to him, they also would act like I was ugly and disgusting.
Do they want you or do they want to fuck you? So this is a problem with so many women. The ego on her. They wanted you, but they talk bad about you. They don't fucking want you. They want to fuck you. That's what they want. They want to have sex with you, but they don't want you. No man, right? No man that actually wants a woman, he talks shit about her. No. He only views her as an object. That's how they want you. Wake up. Okay? This is where me holding men accountable, waking up, women need to wake up from it. A man that actually wants you, right? Wants you in a way that, oh, I want this girl to be mine. I want a relationship with her. I want her I want to be in a relationship with her. I want her to be a part of my future. He's not going to fucking talk shit about you. No. He just wants to fuck you. That is it. He just wants to have sex with you. Wake up.
Overcompensate for the fact that they were actually attracted to me. He never knew that some of his friends were in my DMs, and I never told him because
he wouldn't care. He wouldn't care because he knows his friends in your DM just want to have sex with you. Again, if those men are saying shit about you, and yet in your DMs, they don't want you, right? Truly want you as a girlfriend. No, they just want to have fuck you. They just want to have sex with you. That is it.
I wanted to see if after all these years he had learned anything. Unfortunately, he didn't. He still hated himself. And he was still so desperately trying to impress men that wanted the same thing he was trying to pretend that he hated. Even though the men that he was fronting to wanted what he wanted. Eventually, he
wanted to have sex with what he had sex with. That is it. You are someone that he would have passed around. Wake up. This is the shit where, this is why I said, where's the wisdom? Where's the wisdom in this? None whatsoever. Again, you know what? If women actually gain wisdom, right? There are women that do, right? I would never say all women, okay? I do not say all women, but there is a good chunk of women, if not majority of women, if you actually gain wisdom, right? If you actually gain wisdom, you will wake up from it. What type of man that wants you like, oh, I want this girl to be my girlfriend. I want to commit to this world. I want to commit to this girl. I want to make this girl my world. But also fucking say shit about you. Say heinous shit about you. What kind of man does that? The man that does that is the man that just wants to have sex with you. Right? That is it. He doesn't want you. He just wants to have sex with you. That is it. So you didn't gain wisdom. You didn't gain wisdom.
Started dating other women, and he would always go for a certain type of woman, and he was always overcompensating. I used to watch how he moved in the world and just say, that man got so much trauma. Everything
And she's still, we're right, right? We are right. The alpha widow, she's still looking at him. She's still like watching him, stalking him. She's still stalking him, right? Oh, watching what he's doing around the world. Why the hell do you care? I thought you don't want this man anymore. Yet you're still stalking him. Ain't that something?
He did was rooted in trauma. It was driving everything he did or did not do. And I began to think to myself, was this really love or were we just trauma bonded? I really did genuinely love him, but that couldn't have been it. We believed in each other's dreams. He supported me, I supported him. He was invested in me just as much as I was invested in him, but only privately and only when it made him look good. Eventually, I had to walk away from him again for the same reason I walked away the first time, because I had to wake up and realize that love is not accompanied with shame. Someone who loves you is not going to be ashamed of you in any capacity. And if he really loved me, he would have had some humility. And he wouldn't have allowed anybody to make him feel bad for the feelings he had for me. And baby, I ain't nobody's secret. I'm a star and I always have been. And he was a star too, which is why I liked him so much. He chose to put his fire out to blend in with logs. But he did stick with me for a long time. But it also motivated me and reminded me to never settle. I don't care how much you love somebody. So I was in love with...
It's the ego. It's the ego for me. And I believe because women are so egotistical, it is hard for them to gain wisdom, right? It's hard for them to learn from their experience. A star? Yeah, sure.
Just a little update right now about how my weekend's going. My ex-girlfriend who broke
Delusioner in her mind, exactly. This guy's kind of low, but I kind of wanted to react to this, right? This guy's talking about his relationship, right, or ex, and I thought it was a good, I thought it was a good video to react to. It's kind of low, so I'm sorry. You know, sometimes the volumes on TikToks are not as consistent as I wish them to be. Let me
Just a little update right now about how my weekend's going. My ex-girlfriend who broke up with me, she has been hanging around my family because my family still loves her. We've dated for...
The audacity of your family. The audacity of your family. They're not your family. I'm going to tell you this why I wanted to react to this video is that I wanted to establish what kind of brotherhood, right? What kind of brotherhood, what kind of family I'm creating, right? In these chats, I will never disrespect my chat like this. Right? I love you guys. I love you guys. I'm telling you this for sure. Right? That is not your family. That is not your family. She broke up with you and your family is still hanging around her. That's not your family.
2 years and they're still good. And she's been just visiting over.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice the bearskin. Yo, Evil Eddie, you noticed shit. I didn't even notice the bearskin.
And it's cool, you know. I'm not like, I don't hate her or anything. I wasn't mad at her. Then today, she comes over, then goes and eats with my friends at a restaurant. And my boys were gonna sleep. Boys were gonna sleep over tonight. But then at the restaurant, they were telling her all bad things like I've said and stuff, and just kind of like, what do you say, like putting me under the bus a lot. And even though she's my ex-girlfriend, like, it doesn't really matter, I guess you could say, but it did, and I wasn't there, so they were just talking.
So your brothers, your boys, were snitching on you, were saying crap about you to your ex-girlfriend. Your brothers, your boys are hanging out with your ex who dumped you. Right? How can you dare call yourself a friend when you are hanging with the fucking enemy? She fucking broke his heart and you are hanging around with that bitch? You are not friends. You are not a friend. I do not condone that. That is disrespectful. Absolutely utterly disrespectful. I'm telling you this right now. I will never condone that shit, right? With my brothers, with my friends, with my family, nah. True friends don't snitch. True friends do not hang with a fucking enemy. I'm sorry. She broke your heart. I'm not saying that they will disrespect her, but you don't fucking hang with someone that broke the heart of your friend. You don't do that. You do not do that. Right? I don't care, right? There's rules. There's rules to this brotherhood. There's rules to this family. There's rules to this family. You don't do that. And this is why men's content is so important, because you will learn this shit. Those are not your friends, and this is not your family.
Talking crap about me the whole time. And then they come back, and we're having a fire tonight, and I'm just in the room with Mom. She comes in, she has to talk. I was like, fine. Go in the bathroom, and all she starts swearing at me and stuff. And then she walks out, and then I go to Mom, and I'm just distraught. I didn't know what to do, and then I walk out to the living room, and all of them start yelling at me. They all turn.
Seriously? They all yelling at you? These are not fucking good people. Wayne, thank you for stopping by, my brother. Thank you for stopping by. I know it's late over there, so thank you. Have a good night. Have a good night, my brother. Have a good night. Please check out the next live later, my brother. Evil Eddie, that is crazy. That's not a friend, right? I'm good. I'm glad you stand on boundaries. I'm glad you stand on your boundaries. Do not let these people poison your life. Do not let them.
Her side called me an asshole, called me all these names, saying I'm just a jerk the whole relationship, which isn't true. And then they all went bowling together, my ex and all my friends. And so I broke down, I'm gonna be honest with you. I broke down, my mom helped me, and now I'm at my grandma's, staying the night. And I don't think I can be in this city anymore. I think it's time for me to move on. I don't have my friends here anymore. I'm not trying to, say all the word, I don't know. But they are not my friends anymore, I'll say that.
Good.
I can't be friends with people who do that to me. And, yeah. I don't know, that's it. It's a little update right now about...
This is a thing where I'm telling you guys, right? If you guys have a hard time, have a hard day, I quit. You know, one of the things why I wanted to do this live, right? One of the things why I wanted to do these lives is that, please know, right? I'm a guy that's over on the other screen, right? I get it. I'm not right next to you guys. I'm not a physical friend, but still, I still believe I'm a friend, right? I still view you all as friends. I still view you all as friends, right? And here's the thing, right? You know what? One thing that I'm going to do this, right? I want to do this, right? And I should have done this a while ago, but since there's so many of my regulars here, I'm going to tell you, my name is Dan. Dan. That's how much I believe you. That's how much I see you guys as friends. Right? You guys can call me DA. You can call me Dan. First name basis, my brothers. Because I do love you guys. If you guys ever need support, ever need an ear to listen to, I'm here. I'm here for it. Because we have too many people. Us as men live in a world where no one wants to listen to us. No one cares what's going on in our lives. Sadly, we are surrounded by people who don't give a shit about us. So even though I'm not there with you guys, okay? But I can tell you this. You guys can always, yes, Dan, that's the thing. I tell you my name because I do care. I do care about you guys. I do. Because if you guys ever needed a a shoulder, an ear to listen, right? An ear, someone to talk to. I'm here. I'm sorry that I can't be with you guys where you guys are, but know this: I create these lives every week because I want to check in with you guys. I want you guys to check in with me. I'm here every week. Every week, okay? You will see my fucking Asian ass face every week because I care. I'm here to check in with you guys. All right? You guys want to talk about something? You guys want to deal about something? I love learning about you guys, right? Evil Eddie, going on his retreat to his cottage, right? Artie, having eye difficulties. I love, knowing a red door, right? I love you. I love these shit, right? Okay, I love it. AJ, huh? That's awesome. That is awesome. I love it. But that's the thing where Wayne. Okay. I love it. And that's the thing where I love building a community, right? I don't look to be big, right? I'm not looking to be like a big YouTuber. I don't give a shit. This is a fun hobby. This is a fun hobby for me. James, I love this. This here, right here, this is the fucking brotherhood. This is the, even Red Door, right? This is the family that I want to create, right? This is the family. This is the connection. I want you guys to know that if you guys are going through shit, I'm here with you guys. I'm here with you guys. Because again, at the end of the day, all of us, we live in a world where we seem like no one cares about us, right? A lot of us are single. A lot of us live alone. Not all of us, which is fine, but you may still feel alone, right? You may still feel alone. So that is why, right? That is why I want to create this community where you're not completely alone, right? I love you guys. I do. Poor man. I think I forgot. My bro. You know what? I don't even think I even notice. Right? Sometimes I don't notice all the chat. So my fault, my brother. I don't think I noticed when you said your name. I don't think I noticed. Right? And I'm terrible with names, right? I'm terrible with names, but I'm glad you guys told me. I'm glad you guys told. I'm glad that you guys feel comfortable to tell me your name, to tell me about your day. But yeah, right? And this is the thing where, name or not, I think we as men are not that superficial. It's beyond that, right? I get it. All right, guys, how you guys doing? Hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I can tell you this, right? I have terrible memory. I have a terrible memory. Like sometimes I forget what happens the last day. I've forgotten my birthday a lot of times, right? So if my phone doesn't tell me something, I forget it. So, please understand that. No slight. I gotta do that. I'm going to do that. I'm gonna save your guys' names. Right? I'm going to save your guys' names. Because I'm terrible with names, right? I gotta save it. So because, I want to remember you guys. I view you guys as important people to me. I really do. I want to say this. And I said this a while back, right? I said this a while back, but I always like to repeat this. Okay. Before I created this channel, right? Before I created this channel. This was during the time where my ex, right, my baby mom, she left me. She left me and took my kids and didn't allow me to see my kids. She left me and she lives in another country, right? She left me, live in another country, took my kids, didn't allow me to see my kids. She pretty much drained me of my money, right? I was broke. I was in debt, right? One of the things where I was heavy in debt, credit card debt. I took out a loan so I can pay her medical bills. So I was heavy in debt. During that time, my bank account was like zero or negative, okay? I was sending her money every week, hundreds of dollars, right? So I was, when she left me and broke up with me, I was severely depressed. I was like, I was probably on the verge of ending it, right? I was probably on the verge of ending it because I missed my kids so much. I thought I loved her, right? I wanted to marry her, even though we had a sexless relationship for a while. And I'm telling you guys this because I care, right? So I want you guys to know me better. So during this time, I wanted to end it. I wanted to end it. I was severely depressed. But during that time, I just like, you know what? I'm like, fuck it. It's either I end it, or you know what? I move on. I man up, right? So I created this channel. I start making videos. I start making content. I start building out this content. I had other viewers who, in the beginning, but I view you all, right? Even the people who were there and not here right now, but still I value them. I value everyone. I value anyone who even showed me the smallest of support, right? Because I can tell you this, during that time, this channel, meeting you guys, talking to you guys, having you guys even, talking to me, right? Even the chat, right? Even it's not like I'm not hearing it, but still reading it, knowing that someone's there, it helped my spirit. It brought me out of my depression, right? It brought me out of my depression where, I'm not focusing on myself anymore. I'm focusing on other people, right? I'm talking about other people. I'm talking to other people. I'm thinking about other people. Like, I want other men to not be struggling. That's my thing that's where I, it helped refocus me. It helped refocus me and help me like, you know what? I'm going to stay stronger, right? I'm not going to let this kill me. Let this destroy me. So why I say is that because this channel, right? You people help save my life. Help save my life by even the smallest support. Like I said, the people that were there in the beginning that even though they're not here now, stuff like that, you guys don't understand. That means a lot to me, right? It means a lot to me that you guys would even spend an hour with me, right? Spend 30 minutes with me, spend 10 minutes with me, right? It means a lot to me that you guys will even spend any kind of minute of your lives with me, right? It means a lot to me. It does. You guys don't understand how much it means to me that you guys would waste time of your day, right? Hanging out with me, talking with me, watching these crazy ass, stupid, maybe sometimes boring videos with me. So you guys don't realize how much it affects me, how much it helps me. Okay? That's why I say, I don't care if I'm big or not. This is more of a hobby. This is more of a passion, right? A passion piece. So I say that because you guys are more important than you realize, right? And I want you guys to know that. I want you guys to know that you guys are important. You guys are important people. So, I'm just saying that just to say that I want you guys to understand that when I say that I love you guys, I care, I view you guys as brothers, I mean it. I mean it because anytime and every time that, you guys show me love, show me support, it means the world to me. It really does. So that's why, that's my thing. All right, let's move on. Let's stop. We don't need to get so sappy or, share too personal. But I just wanted to do it so, sometimes when people are online, right? Online, these creators, these content creators, they're fake, in my opinion, right? They overact. I hate that overacting thing. The Disney shit, right? This Disney Channel or Nickelodeon shit where they overact. They are fake people. I never cared for that, right? I never cared for people who was overacting, overexpressive, like, they think that they showed how much they pretend that they care. They don't, right? So I say this because I want to know that I want to show you guys that I actually do. I'm not looking to gain 1 million followers. I'm not looking to gain 20,000 bot followers, right? No. I don't cry because my videos only get like a couple hundred views. I don't, right? I'm happy about that because I never thought that I would even get 1 subscriber, right? In my before, it's like I should have started. I wish I started this years ago, but why I didn't start it is because I'm a nobody. I'm an average man. I'm an average man at best. So I would think like, who the fuck want to listen to an average man, right? I don't overact. I'm not charismatic. I'm not good looking. I'm not rich. I'm not like, telling you how to like fucking make money, hit on bitches, right? Become like, successful man. I'm not. I'm not charming with my word. I stutter. I'm long-winded, right? I'm not good with words. But this is who I am. This is who I am. So what I say is that if you like me, this is why I care, right? This is why I show you that I care. So that's why it's like, I know I'm not going to get big and I don't care. I really don't care. Because I feel like the people who do like my shit, the people who do watch my stuff, I know that they like me more than they don't, right? So that is why I'm saying. And you know what? I am, yes, I'm close to 5,000, but I don't care, right? And because I love the people that do that do show me love. So I'm not looking to be big, right? I'm not looking to, because then when you get too big, there be sometimes weirder people that follow you. So, what's up, my brother? Thank you. Peace, my brother. Peace. Talk to you guys later. All right. So let's move on. All right. So I wanted to check out this video. This is a channel of women of crime. Women of crime. I think that it'll be fun to watch, right? Because this is the thing where parts of it goes with that. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. It shows you that, women, don't put women on a pedestal. Women are no better than men. So let's check this video out.
Are you supposed to be up here? Mm-hmm. You are? Were you in his vehicle earlier? Mm-hmm. No?
Well, we went to get dinner together, but...
Today on Women of Crime, I'm bringing you the complete body cam footage that shows exactly how Hannah Freeman was arrested. The raw, unfiltered moments before her courtroom meltdown that shocked the nation. This body cam footage will give you a clear overview of how dangerous obsession leads to shocking courtroom consequences. But first, listen carefully to who she wants to call when she realizes she's in real trouble. As handcuffs click into place, Hannah's first instinct isn't remorse or accountability, it's reaching for the one person she believes can make this all disappear.
Can I please call my dad?
No.
He's the chief at Redpill, and
Yes, we know who he is.
I don't want to make this a big deal.
She wants to call her dad, but who actually is Hannah Freeman's dad? Meet Michael Freeman, North Ridgeville's police chief who has his own serious issues with authority and accountability.
The local city's keeping a close eye on its police chief after a legal review pointed to serious concerns about the work environment.
Chief Michael Freeman has been accused by the police union of being aggressive and verbally abusive, with officers not wanting to work for him anymore. A workplace climate survey revealed that 79% of officers had no confidence in the chief as a competent leader, and 64% were not comfortable approaching him. The allegations include Freeman using verbally abusive language, cussing at them, becoming visibly upset and shaking, becoming aggressive.
Allegations that verbal abuse by the North Ridgeville police chief were reasons officers were leaving.
In one incident, an officer made a complaint to the mayor's office. The chief came up to him and grabbed his shirt collar because he didn't have his proper brass on his shirt collar. The chief also retaliated against a 27-year K-9 officer who gave advance notice about applying for a new job. The chief unilaterally decided that he was going to pull that K-9 off the street.
Mayor Kevin Corcoran says his police chief, Michael Freeman, will now be under close scrutiny at the North Ridgeville Police Department.
This is the household Hannah grew up in, where authority figures believe they can intimidate, retaliate, and face no consequences for their behavior. In 2022, when neighbors complained about noise, Hannah was arrested for disorderly conduct. Her response to officers?
My dad is Michael Freeman. I will give you my ID. What's the issue?
She told multiple neighbors the same thing, that she wouldn't get in trouble because her father was the police chief. That 2022 incident should have been a wake-up call.
I think daddy girls are kind of dangerous, right? Daddy girls with powerful dads, they are fucking dangerous.
Instead, it became validation that her connections would always protect her, just like they seemed to protect her father from accountability for his own abusive behavior. Now watch how that same entitled mindset, learned from years of watching her father operate above the rules, plays out when she's caught stalking her ex-boyfriend, and the officer's response is swift and final.
Stalking her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend. Again, breaking the stereotypes, breaking the pedestal, right? Stop viewing women as goddesses. Here's a woman that stalks her man, her ex. You know what? I am looking for it. I mean, my day isn't that special, but from time to time, right? I do vlogs. I do talk about my my life, my things. So I mean, I have a few vlogs on my channel, so I do have some.
Can you call him? No, we won't be calling him. You can when you get back to the jail.
This is the story of what happens when a lifetime of family privilege protection finally meets undeniable evidence in a system that refuses to look the other way. For once. April 2024. Hannah Freeman and David, both teachers, break up after dating. In Hannah's mind, the relationship continues. July to October 2024, Hannah begins systematic stalking, showing up at David's workplace, following him home nightly, parking outside his school to watch. November 6, 2024. Hannah breaks into David's car, stealing laptops, wallet, keys, and prescription medications. Uses his credit card for Amazon purchases. November 7th, 2024. David finally calls 911. November 8th, 2024. Hannah returns to David's school. David calls 911.
Well, on my second channel, right? On my second channel, there is a vlog. I went to a comic convention recently. I took my daughter to a comic convention. It's a long, let's see. Let me see. She is crazy. She is crazy. I mean, come on. A woman that stalks men, she's not sane.
911 again.
Looks like police, can we help you?
My ex-girlfriend continues to stalk me and park her car next to wherever I am and follow me home every night.
This time, officers respond and find exactly what he described.
Bro, yo, I'll be like fucking, if I see you guys in real life, we're brothers. All right, we'll be hanging out. I'm down. Yo, I'm down. I'm always down for hanging out with you guys. If it happens, right? If it happens in real life, yo, we are friends. We are friends. I'm telling you that. I view all you guys, every one of you guys, as friends. I guarantee it.
71 Henry Tomboy 8213 and Henry Mary George 8279.
Hannah sitting in her red SUV, watching and waiting.
91, I come back to a Buick, Hannah Freeman, 27 out of Ridgeville, valid, so on.
Well, stay in the car.
I'm trying to find my keys to roll down the window.
Okay, what are you doing up here?
26 Mahler.
I'm coming to my boyfriend's game.
Okay. Get your ID on you?
Yeah, let me find my keys.
Any weapons in the car?
That's 11 to 71. I believe we have complaints at the window for calling theft.
Why wouldn't your keys be around you? Weird.
All right, let me know.
Don't know where my keys went.
Okay. Who's your boyfriend?
Brian.
All right, don't reach around anymore. What's your name?
Hannah Freeman.
Hannah Freeman. Are you supposed to be up here? You are? Were you in his vehicle earlier? No?
Well, we went to get dinner together, but...
You guys, where'd you guys go get dinner at?
Kings.
Kings?
Kings, yeah.
Raising Cane's? Which one?
North Olmsted.
North Olmsted? Okay. Well, we got a complaint from him that you were in his vehicle tonight and you're harassing him and stalking him.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Did you take some items from him last night? No?
No.
Okay. All right, where is he at right now?
He's coaching. His game starts at 4:45.
What game is he coaching?
7th grade basketball, 7th grade girls basketball.
7th grade? And the game doesn't start at 4:45 for 7th grade.
Well, 5:45. The 8th grade starts at 4:45.
Correct. Okay.
Pants on fire.
All right. Why are you sitting in your car not in the game then?
Well, it's only 4:30, so I was gonna wait till it started.
Okay, were you working or something like that? Where do you work at?
I'm a teacher at North Ridgeville.
At North Ridgeville? Okay. Will you see if they got those complaints yet?
Yeah, they want to sign. He was supposed to.
All right. No, just call station, see if they got them.
Well, like, I have text messages that of
26
him, like, inviting me, so I don't...
Can I see him?
Like, even last night, like, I slept over his place, and...
And what's his name again?
We were engaged. Like,
He has not yet signed them, but the complainant today is the gentleman that's going to be signing them for the OIC. We'll go ahead and put her in custody for those complaints. All right.
Okay. Can you put your phone down and step out to my partner, please? Just leave your phone in the car. Leave your phone in the car. Step out.
You don't got anything on you that's going to stick, poke, anything like that? Put your hands together like you're praying.
Where are your keys to the car?
I don't know. I can't find them.
Can you grab your phone, Denny? Purse.
Ma'am, what's your name?
Hannah Freeman.
All right, Miss Freeman. Just so you know, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court. You have the right to consult an attorney and have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one can be provided to you before questioning at no cost. Do you understand these rights?
Yes, can I call my attorney?
Once we get back. I don't have any questions for you. Step back over here to my car.
Can I please call my parents?
Just step over here to my car.
Miss, where's your ID?
I don't know. I can't find it.
Ma'am, stop. Right here. See this flashing red light?
Yeah.
That's the camera that's recording. Do you have anything on you that's
No,
sharp?
I don't. Can I please call my dad?
Yep. Give us a second. You're coming back to our
please
jail.
call my dad?
Once we get back to our jail,
Can I please call my dad?
No.
He's the chief at Ridgeville, and
Yes, we know who he is.
I don't
We know who he is. Oh, Lordy.
think that's a big deal.
Well, if you weren't up here, it wouldn't be a big
He
deal.
invited me over here.
back my hand, back my hand. All right, step back over here, back to my car, please.
He invited me over here.
All right, you have little wrists. Do me a favor, do not slip over these cuffs, okay?
Please call my dad.
I'm saying, right? Spoiled women, it is dangerous. Do not be with women that are spoiled, right? Spoiled of any kind. she's a daddy princess, right? The high pitched voice is so fake. She's not even crying.
Can you go to the other side and handle this as well?
Can you call him?
No, we won't be calling him. You can when you get back to the jail. Come talk to me. So what's going on? Did you invite her here?
No.
Are you sure?
No. Yeah, she.
Are you sure you didn't invite her here?
Yes, I never invited
Okay.
her to anything.
Because she said that you invited her here.
Yeah, I know. She probably would say that. She actually yesterday followed me to my apartment, stole stuff out of my car.
Yeah.
Medications that I need.
And she was crying to her daddy. I swear to God, if you're dating, I mean, bro, you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. If you are dating a girl and she's on the phone with her daddy, crying to him, I mean, like, seriously, because she's what, slightly uncomfortable? Boy, you've dated, you dodged a bullet.
My car keys, which I was finally able to get back from her, a laptop, and my wallet.
Purdy.
And she has run up a bunch of charges on one of my credit cards now.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, and then she, because I did date her back in April, we probably ended it. She kind of knew passwords to like my accounts and stuff. She's been messing with my accounts.
Where did she rack up the charges at?
It was all from Amazon.
Oh. Okay. Well, you never. What time did you go to bed last night? Because they came for you to sign the complaints, and you never answered the door.
Yeah, so I was probably asleep. I mean, I get up at 4 usually.
Oh, okay.
And he did say an hour, and I tried to wait like an hour and a half, and
Yeah, he said he was a little late. They got a little busy.
Yeah, so I was gonna come up, and I would taught all day.
Right.
So I was gonna come up right after this because I need to sign something.
Yeah, they need to be signed because she's in custody.
Yeah, I mean, it's been going on for a while, and I've tried to not make it a big deal because even today the school resource officer took me out of class and stuff, and so I didn't want any of that stuff to happen, but it's just she won't stop. So
okay,
nothing else I can do at this point.
I've said this, right? I've dated a woman that was really mentally ill. Like, I think daddy's girls, daddy princesses are a little bit mentally ill, right? A little bit, some mental problems. So I definitely recommend watching out for that, right? Never think you're saving a woman, right? Because her traumas, her problems will be your problems. Will create trauma for you.
All right, so was she in your car again today?
Yeah, was she not right now?
No.
Okay, yeah, she...
Don't you lock your doors?
I'm telling you, I open it for a second, and she sprints in there and hops in. And
you know she's here, or you don't even know she's here when this all happens?
What is the a lot of times, I'll be just driving down the street, and randomly, like, I don't know where she is, she'll just pull out, and now she's behind me all of a sudden. So I saw her following me in.
That's insane.
But I had to run back out there, grab a bunch of stuff out of my car, my clipboard to write on, change of clothes, and I'm trying to, because I know what she's going to do, I'm trying to get to my keys to lock it quick enough, and she jumps in.
Driver's side or passenger side?
Driver's side.
She was in she got a red SUV? Yeah, she was in her car in the driver's seat when we pulled up.
Brent, what's up, my brother? What's up? Thank you for stopping by.
She showed up to practice one time, but yeah, she constantly shows up to these games. A lot of times I look up in the stands and see her. I have no idea.
And when did you guys break up? Or stop dating or whatever?
It'd probably be April.
So April?
Yeah.
And it's been going on this long, or is it random?
I
I would say it's progressively getting worse and worse, but it's kind of been going on the whole time, yeah.
Okay. Well, what time's your game?
I might. So it's at 5:45. I might have to do the scorebook at 4:45, or maybe.
Why
I
don't you
can
go
get
to the
someone else
station and sign those complaints now?
Yeah, I can get someone else to do it.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, he can do it. I don't know who he is.
The charges filed against Hannah Freeman. Hannah Freeman was initially charged with 5 serious felonies that could have sent her to prison for years. Felony stalking for the 33 visits to David's workplace and following him home nightly for months. Burglary for unlawfully entering David's vehicle with intent to commit theft. Aggravated theft, 2 counts, for stealing laptops, wallet, car keys, and prescription medications worth over $1,000. Identity fraud for using David's credit card information to make unauthorized Amazon purchases. Drug theft specifically for stealing David's prescription medications. Each of these felony charges carried potential prison time, with stalking alone punishable by up to 5 years in Ohio. However, by June 2025, through plea negotiations, Hannah's 5 felonies were mysteriously reduced to just 3 misdemeanors. Disorderly conduct, a minor charge typically used for public disturbances. Obstructing official business for interfering with...
And she's cute. Those cute ones are crazy.
Police investigation. Possessing criminal tools for having items used to commit crimes. What Hannah could have faced. Up to 15 years in prison for multiple felonies. What Hannah actually received, 7 days in county jail, less time than most people spend on vacation. Let that sink in. 33 stalking visits, months of harassment, burglary, theft, identity fraud, and drug theft resulted in exactly 1 week behind bars. The remaining sentence was 18 months of probation, house arrest with work release, and mandatory mental health counseling. Punishments that allowed her to maintain her freedom while serving what amounts to a timeout. This dramatic sentence disparity perfectly illustrates how privilege, gender, and legal maneuvering can transform what should have been years in prison into a 7-day inconvenience.
On September 8th.
That's the thing, you know. This is a thing where if a man was stalking a woman, you think he would get that little of a punishment? I doubt that. So, stalker's gonna stalk. Exactly. But that's the thing where that's the disparity of, if men were in court for stalking, it wouldn't be that light of a punishment, in my opinion. And she's like, she's mentally unstable. But what do you guys think? I just thought it was interesting because there was a little bit of talk with her a little while ago, because she only got I forgot what he said, but a very short punishment, and she went crazy about it. It's like, oh, God forbid. So I don't know. A man would have gotten 3 times. Yes, 3 times, right? It would have been worse for the man. It would have been a whole lot worse for him. But that is the world. That is the world we live in. That is the world we live in. All right. Let's see. Okay, there's this video I want to check out. I want to check out this video. I wanted to react to this video. So let's check this one out.
In my head, I'm the only one you've ever slept with.
You're just magically really good at sex.
Yeah.
Just
Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I don't know. Too loud. Too loud.
magically.
Wow, it's like she was born.
Yeah,
She was born
wow.
good. Oh, must run in the family.
Exactly.
Okay. So what is it? Why do guys ask? Like,
I don't know.
Sorry
I think
about
guys
that.
just have this thing with body counts. I don't know if you find it hot or if you find it, you're like, oh, steer clear if it's over a certain amount.
so are we talking about?
Would you care if, what's your
my own take?
preference
Sure.
on dating a girl with different body counts?
Sure. So, I'm quite liberal.
Yeah.
In a sense that, but I do have a rule, a standard, and it has to be less than half mine.
Less than half of yours. Ooh, how high is yours?
Well,
Can I
who knows?
Can I ask
That's a
your
great
body
question.
count?
Who knows? Maybe I don't know. I'm
No, you have
still
to
a
tell me
virgin.
now.
I don't know. It's, I don't know. But it'd have to be
Okay,
less than
yeah.
half mine because
Okay, 'cause-
that's my standard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, if anyone knows me, I think, I don't know, maybe it's liberal, maybe it's not. I don't know. I think, okay, the same thing about how much guys care about like a woman's body count is the same about how a girl cares about like how much he makes or his profession.
Yeah.
Because
It's
for a
about
lot
the
of
future.
women,
You can tell this woman has a high body count. Usually, right? Tattoos don't usually lie, right? The amount of this amount of tattoos don't usually lie. Okay. I think, in my opinion, these are trauma tattoos, right? They probably tell you how high her body count is with all these tattoos. And yeah, I believe with Evil Eddie, right? The more experience you have, the less enthusiasm you will have. Because this is the thing where, let's say, if you've been all around the world, right? If you've been all around the world, when you go back to a place you already been, you think you will be that enthusiastic like you were the first time? I doubt that. Exactly. Comes with high body count. Exactly.
right? So women look for a man's future,
Yeah.
but men look at a woman's past.
Yeah. See, that's so toxic, isn't it?
Is it though?
I feel like it is.
Why?
I don't know. Judging people on your past, you should be in the present, really, though.
Well, why would you judge? Why would you judge someone on their future though?
Yeah, because you're looking after your partner, whereas the past has nothing to do with your future. You want
That's
to
not
find
true.
you want to, you're looking at a future with someone. That's
Tattoos for each man. Exactly.
literally the point of dating, is it not?
Sure, but someone's history is a representation.
Yeah. The past does matter. Because here's the thing. You can't predict the future. You cannot predict the future, but a past is a good indicator of what can be, of what might be. So let's say this. If you're dating a man and he's just came out of prison. He just came out of prison. And he just came out of prison and he's been in prison for years because of stealing. So now that this man just came out of prison, let's say you weigh your options. Do you think this man will steal again? The likelihood is pretty high. That's the thing. That is why the past matters, right? It does matter. Now, it's not the end all to be all, but again, it's a indicator that you need to look out for. This is why men should know about a woman's past and make a determining factor. Oh, should I deal with this woman or should I not? Should I look out for the red flags? Because here's the thing. If a woman has, let's say, 200 bodies under her, right? 200 bodies. Okay? She has 200 bodies under her. Then, for a man to know that, wow, this woman has fucking 200 bodies. Now she's all the only friends she has are male friends. And at night she's talking to a bunch of men. She's hanging out with a bunch of male friends. Shit like that, you know that, no, I ain't dealing with this woman like that. I'm not dealing with a woman like that. Because I'm sorry, I don't trust her. And I shouldn't. She has nothing for me to trust. She's built a history of, you know what? She's very loose with her body. She's very free with her body. So knowing the future is a good indicator, is a good way to understand how you will go about things. Plus, you know that it's not that easy to please her.
Presentation on who they've come to, who they are today.
Yeah.
I'd say, I think for a lot of women, because they look for that security and here's the thing, men and women look for security in each other, but in different ways.
Yeah.
Women look for security as in, can this man be a stable foundation for me?
Yeah.
Right? So she's looking at what's his ability to provide security.
Yeah.
Men look for security in terms of loyalty and sexual fidelity.
It's always sexual with men. It's always sexual with men.
Well,
that was the other thing.
Well, it's always financial with women. It's like, are you so stupid you only see things one way? There's no this is the problem. There's no logic when it comes to women. It's purely emotion. Literally, you listen to what you want to listen to. Okay? To say that it's always sexual with men, but yet you agree that women want to look for financial stability with men. It's always money with women. You agree with that. But you want to point out, oh, it's always sexual with men. The insanity of that, the delusion of that, the insanity that you point out, oh, okay, it's always one thing with men. Yeah, okay, but it's always one thing with women. It's always about financials. Okay, because one of the biggest indicator of divorce is financials.
Men think with their dicks.
Well, here's the thing, because we don't look for you to provide or protect.
Yeah.
So what else are we gonna
mate?
What else are we gonna look to you for? If we look to you for provide and protect, we probably care less about the sexual thing. But we have to bring that to the table.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
and I've said that before, right? Why do men not care? Men would want to care, right? Men would love to it. But why do men not care about women's careers, women's degrees, women's accomplishments, women's money? Why? Because it's useless to men. Women's money, women's accomplishments, women's degrees, women's careers, women's jobs is useless to men. Because even if she's a millionaire, a millionaire, she still expects you to pay. She still expects you to pay for dinners. She still expects you to pay for dates. She still expects you to pay for her rent, her utilities, her trips, her luxuries. They still expect you to pay, even if they are millionaires. So it doesn't matter.
So it's like, as a guy, for a lot of guys, they're thinking, well, if I'm bringing the provision, the protection to provide covering for you, the least you could do is have a sexual partner I'm happy about. That's the least you could bring to the table. Because I'm not looking for you to die for me. I'm not looking for you to, protect me or to pay for my life. If he is, then that's a different story. If you're taking that position as a woman, right?
Yeah.
And that tends to happen, I guess, if she's like significantly older than him.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it's kind of like, because here's men's biggest fear. Men's biggest fear is to invest in a woman, raise children, and then find out they're not his.
If you're loving this episode and these kinds of conversations, of a strong sisterhood.
Me, the code phrase dates, and a lot of time the UK reflects.
Yeah.
But in the paternity test that they actually did, 1/3 of them came back negative. A third. That means 1/3 of the test that they actually did,
God.
the men were raising children that they weren't there. How women feel about being raped, that's how men feel about raising a child that's not theirs.
Okay.
And there is a correlation, and this is for men and for women, there is a correlation between a person's casual nature to sex and their likelihood of infidelity happening. There's a correlation between that. That's for men and for women. But the difference is, I think women care less about sexual loyalty than men do. Not saying that women don't care.
Yeah.
But for men, it's a lot more important to them.
Yeah.
And that's why they care. Because it's about, okay, if she has think of it this way, if a girl has a very strict relationship to who she shares her body with, like if a girl goes, I only share my body with someone that I love, it gives her more confidence. Well, as long as she loves me, I know she ain't stepping out.
Yeah.
But if she's out here doing the most, and it could be just whoever she finds attractive on the day.
Yeah.
It doesn't
She
give him a lot of
frustrates.
confidence. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, it doesn't give a lot of confidence that to guarantee that the children are mine.
Yeah.
That's why guys care.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. Okay, that's.
I don't
good.
think so, but not that
That's
I know
good.
of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
No, I was just wondering.
Yeah, but I'll be honest though. I think, and that's a really.
You know, I'll say the same thing. You know, this is something that some men do face. I've never. I mean, not that I know of. I've never been cheated on. I mean, I've been in 4 serious relationships, so it's not like it's like you know, a dozen serious relationships, right? I'm a commitment kind of man. So you know, so I've never experienced anyone cheating on me. At least I don't know of, but I doubt it too. So I don't know what that experience is like.
Big reason why, for guys, they're very unforgiving with infidelity.
Yeah.
Women forgive a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think because here's the thing, like, as a woman, if you're with a guy and you're having a kid with him, you might have had sex with another girl, but you know the kid's yours.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
You know the kid's yours.
We got
Comes out
more
of you.
power at
Right.
the end of the day.
Like literally, when it comes to
Yeah.
reproductive, you have more
We do
power.
have
So
more
like,
power, yeah.
cool. He didn't stand by his
Yeah.
word. What he did was wrong.
Yeah.
But at least I know the child's mine.
But and I feel like guys can fuck without a lot of emotion too, whereas women fuck with a lot of emotion a lot of the time. Not all the time.
Not all
but
the time.
Yeah.
Not all the time.
Yeah.
Which is even more of a reason why. Because the thing is, generalization. A guy can love you, but still sleep with her.
Yeah.
Means nothing.
Yeah.
He still loves you, still wants to be with you.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, if a girl sleeps with another guy,
Yeah, there's always
emotionally, she's checked out.
Something. Yeah.
She's checked out.
Exactly.
For her
if
to get to a point.
Yeah, because if we love them enough, that's
You don't
never
want to
even
do that.
crosses our mind.
So,
Never even crosses our mind.
Not even just on
Yeah.
the physical level, but even on the emotional level for the commitment for the relationship, it's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Agreed.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So have you ever felt any kind of sexual territorial with your man and your boyfriend?
I think there always comes jealousy and, you know, issues in this relationship. Sorry, in this work that we do.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely felt jealous before. I think it's all about setting boundaries, though. You need to set the right boundaries, and if you don't follow the boundaries, that's when it also becomes
Work that I think she does sex work. I think so. I wouldn't be surprised.
bad.
Yep.
I think obviously, yeah, when you see your partner having sex with someone who's like an obvious 10 out of 10 as well, that's when it just gets a bit like...
It sounds like she does sex work. Yeah, it sounds like that. And is that surprising? Not really. All right. I find it kind of funny that a lot of times 90% is very stereotypical, right? You can really tell the sex workers from the non a lot of the
Because
time.
I know she's hotter than me. So like that's the hardest thing to deal with, I think.
Yeah.
That's happened a couple of times.
Do you feel like you need more reassurance from him?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But as much as he can give it, we don't take it, do we? Like you can give reassurance, but at the end of the day, we're in the back of our minds overthinking everything.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be work. Sadly, you know, women have made it to be, right? Where you have detached yourself. A lot of these women, right? A lot of these women have made it into work. They detach themselves. Literally, they're just there, right? They're emotionless to it. They don't feel it. They don't, you know, there's no soul to it. There's no passion to it. There's no love. There's no emotion to it. So essentially, it's soulless work. So, I mean, it's turned into it.
So it definitely happens in this industry as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has that happened the other way around, where he's felt like, oh, this guy's hotter than me, he's got a bigger dick than me?
I want to say so, but my partner says he never gets jealous, which I think is the biggest lie ever, and that he should just be honest with yourself. Everyone gets jealous.
I'm with him. I don't get jealous either.
Exactly. No, there's no surprise there. No surprise there.
Yeah, but
Here's
then
my
the way
thinking.
he acts makes it seem like he's jealous. So it's like he can't.
Okay.
If he's not like acting out and stuff, that's fine. But if you're acting out and saying, no, I'm not jealous. It's just my
Oh.
preference.
What does he say is his preference?
No, just that. It's like we'll have a talk about, me not like him not wanting me to work with someone in particular. Maybe, more attractive man or someone with a big dick or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm not jealous. It's just a preference. Like he
But
pulls that
what's the
one
preference?
out.
He just doesn't want you to work with
Just
someone.
preference that I don't want you.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. I mean, this is why women like this can only go with men like that. Men that are in the same industry, because honestly, no normal man can be with women like this. No normal man can be with women like this, because it is such a, in my opinion, a disgusting thing. I don't think any man can handle this.
To do that
Oh.
with that
I do work
person,
with
with that
him.
that person.
The hymen hammer. Yo, I swear to God, you know what? This is the thing where it's probably just me, right? If I know a woman that has a high body count, I'll probably most likely say no, because in my mind, I'll be thinking like that. Right? I'll be thinking like Evil Eddie. This woman, even she has a high body count, she most definitely been with a, with a like fucking arm length ding dong, right? So I was like, no, I'm good. I think I'm, it's not for me. Yeah, and that's the thing where sharing is like, that's too much. I'm good.
Stay away from
like,
Jason
why
Love.
though? Yeah, exactly. Well, that's it. Why? I need you to give me a reason.
Because he is Black Superman. That's
yeah.
why. What do you mean?
I know. I'm ready for him. Come over to Australia, Jason Love.
Do you think your man would let him work with him or no?
I don't know. I was able to work with Jack Slayer, but with a lot of resistance.
I don't even know who that is, but Jack Slayer,
Jack
Jesus.
Slayer. He is
Jesus.
a big creator from America. So
Right.
similar vibe, but no tattoos as
Right.
Jason Love.
Wow.
But a lot of resistance there. We do have a lot of arguments with the male creators I do work with.
Right. What's the? You don't have to share anything you don't want to. But what's the main thing that keeps coming up as to why there's conflict with a male creator you'd want to
I
work
don't
with?
even know sometimes, honestly. We've gone through it a lot, but sometimes I think it's
Sometimes, when like if I see the women, lady of the night, as a poor man says, and they're not really good looking, I'm like, what's the point, right? What's the point? Why am I spending? I mean, if I'm spending money, I might as well spend money on someone that looks good, right? If I'm going to spend money, I might as well, like, because if I'm going to, I mean, like, if you are not attractive, I mean, what's the point of spending money on you?
more of like a internal passive aggressive, like it's not a certain issue. As I said, it might be a certain issue of the jealousy, but like you never admit to it.
Shall I tell you what I think it is?
Go on.
And this is something that is like hardwired in men.
It's not wanting to share me at the end of the day.
When we love you and we're taking you seriously, we become very sexually territorial.
Oh, yep. Yes.
If he didn't care, do whatever the fuck you want.
But that's a hard thing. He came into this relationship knowing
agree.
he's dating a porn star.
I agree.
He's a porn star. I'm a porn star. We have sex with other people.
I
Obviously,
agree.
at the start of our relationship, we did. I did cut back on male collabs, so I didn't do male collabs for the first several months of our relationship. But I did let him work with other women, and then we worked with women together.
Right.
Which was a little bit one-sided, but we come to the agreement that I didn't really need to work with guys as much as he needed to work with girls to make money.
That's convenient.
Because, yeah.
I need to sleep with her. I need to. Right?
It's
You know, it's
fun
hard
things
for
about
men in
this
this industry.
industry.
I need these 3 10s. I
Yeah.
have to put myself, it has to be
Yeah.
done.
Yep.
I don't want to do it. I really don't want to do it.
It's work, babe.
It's just
work.
It's just work. Why are you smiling through your eyes, bro? Why are you, why are you smiling through
That's
your
just
eyes?
the fun part about this industry. Again,
Acting.
like the shit you have to deal with and
Yeah.
go through. And you do it because you love the other person, though. So, you know, you let them work as much as you can. And then eventually, you know.
Do you think you'd ever
let
get
me
to a
work too.
point where you would both just close off and maybe just focus on making like couple stuff?
Yeah, I've definitely thought about it. I think I would benefit from that. I don't know if he would benefit from that. The only way you could get that to work is if we really focused on my account.
Sure.
He could put all his energy into my account.
Right.
And we could, switch off, just work with each other.
Yeah.
More like, you know, a lot of the hot wives, or not the hot wives, but a lot of OnlyFans girls have a partner behind the scenes.
Yes.
And they just film with them. And they don't work with other males. But then his page would not kick off if it was just me on his page. You know?
Sure, yeah. That
People
makes
are watching
sense.
his page to watch hundreds of girls.
Yeah, they're watching his for variety.
Yeah.
But they're watching you for
so it's
quality.
definitely something. But he's the same. He wants to make so much money now that he can set up a passive income. We're making a lot of movies now, so we don't have to be in a couple of years from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, cut back on the working with other people, just focus on the making money online and
Yeah. Have you ever felt for you that, obviously I get it's work and you obviously, you know, this is what you do.
I don't know how to come at that question.
You can say no. You can be like, nah, I still want to, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Nah.
I still enjoy it. Even
Still
though
want to
you're with
fuck.
someone.
Still enjoy it. Yeah. I think it just gives you some variety and yeah, it lets off, you know, the steam that builds up in you sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think if let's say you guys got to a point, let's say you've made the money that you want, you've got a decent passive income, so you can step away from industry, do you think you guys would be exclusive or would you remain open?
I'm not open. I'm not a poly. I'm not any of that.
What's cutting scars? Bro, you like that? What is it? The emo type? The goth type? Cutting scars? Bro, you crazy. Evil Eddie, you're crazy.
Okay.
But I'm open to sexual experiences.
What does that mean?
So like if we find a random girl hot one night at a club or out or someone would fuck her, but like it'd just be like a once off thing. It wouldn't be like come in.
Bro, I'm judging you. No, I mean like I dated one of my ex, she had those problems, right? I mean, it's not like I'm attracted to that. So I'm not attracted to that, but she had those issues. And for me, I'm not. That's not my thing. If that's your thing, hey, bro, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Not too much.
Into our relationship and stay.
Sure.
Just fun sexual. If some friends invited us to an orgy once or something, we'd be like, well, that could be fun.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not open, but like open to sexual experiences together.
Only being together.
Together, sorry.
Not never separate.
No,
Right,
I wouldn't
right.
want it to be separate.
You can't make them worse. You know, so what I thought about, right? When dating women, right? I feel like women with trauma, right? I think, in my honest opinion, sex workers, they're trauma filled. These are women with trauma. I'm gonna be honest. So dating women, let's say with like cutting scars, I find it like, I don't know. I have a bit reservation for it because, in my opinion, women with trauma, they make things hard, right? It's like you have to be the white knight. You're essentially coming to save a woman, but she is trauma filled. She's trauma filled. So it's like, hey, bro, you like Asian girls? Hey, I don't matter. I mean, so for me, I've dated mainly black women. So the mental illness thing, yeah. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. I mean, I've dated quite a few women that would categorize where they had issues, and part of me is like, I feel like I'm trying to save them. And at the end of the day, I come to realize that's a bit unhealthy of me, right? That's a bit unhealthy of me. So I don't know. I wasn't too. Maybe I needed to do some self-reflection on that, where I shouldn't be trying to save these women, right? I shouldn't be trying to save these women. No, I mean, I agree. I mean, like, Yeah. I mean, like they are lower maintenance. I've come to realize that. I've dated that. I mean, I've dated that, but I also feel like they have issues where you have to be careful, right? You have to be careful because then certain things will be traumatic experiences, or like they're very they have issues, right? They had like let me see what kind of issues. What would I say? She had attachment issues. She had she just had these issues, like she couldn't be away from me, which at the time I guess it was cute, right? It was nice. It wasn't bad. No, I mean, attractive women are I mean, Asian women are attractive. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I would say that. Confidence issues, yeah. I mean, so I don't know. I don't mind, but I just like I don't know. It was an interesting experience. I wouldn't say a no to it. No, I don't think she's hot. Again, at best, I think she's a 5, right? Probably average at best. I think she's an average person. Hey, bro. I mean, go for what what you can. I say go for it. Right? You gotta do what you gotta do. What do you guys think with this sex worker questions? All right. 3 or 4. You know what? I mean, I would say I mean the tattoos are kind of a detractor for me. So I'll probably say, if at worst, maybe a 4, right? At worst, maybe a 4, but probably at best maybe a 5. So okay. I had a Okay, so I had a viewer wanted me to talk more about finances, and I love finances. So I say I'm down. I want to talk more about finances anyway. So I love finances, and I'm going to leave that for the end of the stream. So this is pretty much we're done. All right. So I want to talk a bit about finances. If you guys seen a couple of my videos, I believe all men need to invest. All men need to invest. To build up financial, to build up to be your financial best, investing is so important. So, boom, right? I can tell you this, right? My yearly earnings is about a little over 40K a year. 40K a year, that's nothing, right? That is nothing. 40K a year is nothing, because the average for men is about 50. But earning 40K and having a 6-figure net worth, that's the shit I'm saying. And I have a bit over this, right? Almost 40. Close to 40. I mean, close to 400. And this is what I'm saying. It is important to invest. So, on today, right? I'm going to talk to you guys about today. Today is, October 20th, right? Monday, right? So, I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's decent, right? The salary's decent. I'm not saying that I'm, dirt poor, but 40K is, paycheck to paycheck. But thanks to investing, thanks to saving, thanks to budgeting, I do not live paycheck to paycheck. So the people who say 100K isn't enough are stupid people. They are stupid people. Silver is great. Yeah, silver is doing great. I mean, precious metals, they're great. But so what I do is I invest into companies that may do stuff like that. So what I want to show you guys is that please invest. So things that, I invest in: Palantir, a AI company, right? Robinhood, a brokerage, a stock, a stock buying company. SoFi, a bank company. Facebook, Celsius, a drink company. Ooh, I mean, I'm making money on Celsius. Shopify, a pretty much a consumer company. Amazon, another consumer company. These are companies that I have. I just wanted to talk about it a little bit. Talking about some moves, the moves I'm making on October 20th. These are the moves I'm making. I think it's important. And if you guys ever have questions about investing, please ask. I'm always down for it. So how do I pick what to invest? Let me say this. I'm no one special, right? I'm no one special. So what do I pick to invest? One, YouTube. YouTube is my friend. YouTube is my best friend. What I see is that I look at other YouTubers, right? I let them do my research, right? I let other YouTubers do my research. So let's say, okay, here. This is a risky company. Do not invest in this. This is what I'm doing. Do not copy me because this is risky. You could lose your money. So I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So what I'm doing is very uneducated, right? This part right here. This part is very uneducated. So I have a YouTuber who's just talking about, oh, you know what? This is a stock that I'm investing. I look at if the YouTuber if he's investing in himself, if he's putting money into it, trust it a little bit. And I look at what type of company it is. This is an AI company, right? AI is big. AI is popular right now. So I look at that fact, right? I look at that fact. I look at their chart, right? This is the the stock chart. How is it going? So it looks like it's doing okay. This is basically a penny stock, okay? I'm just saying that this is like I'm doing something very risky, but I use it where, you know what, this YouTuber talked about it. He talked about what kind of company is, what's its earning, what's its future like. So I make a judgment like, you know what, sounds interesting. I also look at one of the things that I look at this market cap, right? This is how much the company is worth. So in my mind, this company is worth about 2 million. So it's worth about 2 million. So in my mind, I think that this company has potential to double. Like, let's say it's 2 million. Could it get to 4 million? Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's that crazy for a company to get to 4 million. So in my mind, I listen to the YouTubers, I listen to whatever, and I think like, you know what? Okay, there's room for this company to grow. There's room for this company to grow. It has a history of growing, right? It has a history of growing. Analysts say it's a good buy. So I look at a bunch of things, and what I do sometimes, like I said, I'm seeing what other people might be investing in. I try to catch things beforehand. Okay. Here's another one, right? Here's another one. This right here is Target. Target. This is something that I'm actively buying. Target. This is so for bigger companies, I don't need anyone to talk to me about it, right? So bigger companies, I don't need people to tell me if I should buy it or not. I decided myself. So for me, I know Target is a giant. Target is a leader in the industry, right? And it's down. So in my mind, I'm viewing this is a big company and it's at a discount, right? And it's like Target is suffering from China thing because the products and shit like that. China's affected by shit that's happening in China. The imports and exports. It's affecting and prices are higher now. So I figured, you know what? It is at a discount. It's a strong company. This is a strong company. It's down right now. I think let's see. Yeah. Year to date, it's down 30%. 30%. Okay. So in my mind, do I think that, is this going to go bankrupt? No. Target is not going to go bankrupt in my lifetime. So for me, I think about the future, right? What's going to happen to Target in 3 to 5 years? I think Target is going to go up. I think Target is going to go up. I think it's going to go back to its 30%. So this is why I'm slowly buying. That's my personal thing. Okay. I think this is a strong company. It is at a discount, and I think it has a good future. It has a good long future to grow. So that is why I'm investing. That's the thing where, I get it. Buying pet supplies, that's interesting, but there's no, what is it? I think I was buying that for a little bit, but I don't think it's good enough margins, right? It's not good enough. Yeah, I don't. Petco, right? Yeah. I don't think it's, oh, Chewy. No, Chewy is good. I think Chewy. See, for me, right? When I look at stocks, they're not at a discount. Okay. So for me, like in the last year, it's up 30%. 30%. So for me, it's not worth it, right? That's why I think about it. So if it was like down 30%, it might be a worth buy for me. I'm looking about what's my bang for my buck, right? I want to gain that 30%. So if I had invested in, 2024, then yeah, it's a good thing, right? It's a good investment. For me, I feel now that it's up 30%. I find it not a good enough risk reward kind of thing for me. That's why I put money into companies like, let's say, Target. No, yeah, again, yes, exactly. Buy low so you can sell high. That's the thing. So let's say this, right? There is another company, Nike, right? I feel that right now Nike is at it's at a decent low, right? 70%, 7% down, Yeah. For the year, it's about 18% down. 18% down. Okay. So for me, I'm slowly buying Nike. And I've been buying a lot of Nike. I believe in 3 to 5 years, it will go past the 18% down, and this is, in my opinion, I'm looking at maybe 50%, right? That's what I'm thinking about. 50 to 100% with Nike. That's how I see it. So this is my point of view where I go about, this is how I think about stocks, okay? If it's worth the risk, if I would gain a reward from it, would I gain the 30%, the 50%, the 100% in these stocks? So that's where I go about it. So these are two companies that I'm heavily buying in, right? At least good, well-known companies. S-Bots, I don't know what company I would buy for that. So I don't really know. But yes, again, I'm not telling you guys what to buy. I'm telling you guys to buy. Really? Let's see. Yeah. But here's another thing, right? Here's another thing where I think about this. The price of a stock, right? So we got to think about this, okay? Why it's hard to buy, let's say, the Targets and the Nikes. Why I don't buy too many companies like that. It is hard to gain enough shares. So here's Church and Dwight, okay? it's at almost $90 a share. So to gain, again, it's not about it's not about what else you could do for them, because like, again, I can't buy that many shares at almost $100. It's hard, right? I'm not a rich man, right? I'm not going to be able to sink 10, 20, 30,000 into this stock. Okay. So it is hard. So why even my Target or my Nike, they're around 10K, 10K a position. It's not that high. It's not that big of a position. Okay. So I try to hopefully get a stock where I can buy a lot of shares in. So now if, like, let's say if Church and Dwight was like $50, boom, I'll be buying that shit, right? I would be buying that, because then I could buy a lot more. So at $100, even though they're 15% down, yearly, still, it's not good enough for me, right? It's not good enough a risk or reward for me. Okay. I wouldn't make enough for me to be even caring about that. Why I do the Nike and the Target is that, I try to at least not go too risky sometimes. So that's my thing. No, I mean, yeah, they could go up, but my thing is that, again, you have to think about how much you could put into it. So at almost $90 a share, you're going to have to put a lot more money. So let's say another company where, so remember, this is like $90 a share. Okay. Look at this company I bought. This is SoFi. This is a banking company, right? A banking stock. I bought this company at $6. $6, right? I bought this company at $6. I was able to get 2,000 shares. 2,000 shares. Okay? At $6. Imagine that. So imagine how many shares I could get when it's $90. I wouldn't be able to come close to 2,000 shares. I wouldn't. And because this is why the risk and reward, right? So you look at this, right? I put in 13,000. 13,000. Okay? Let's see. I put in 13,000. I got over 50. 13,000 got me 50. So the Church and Dwight, let's see. Let's do some math. What would be 13,000? 13,000 in Church and Dwight, I would only get 150 shares. It's not like it's not that great. It's not that amazing for me, right? It's not like an amazing thing for me. Like only buying you gotta weigh the your options. Buying 150 shares of something or buying 2,000 shares of something. That's where my, and everything, all these things you have to think about. So stocks is, please take your time to learn these things, right? So the first stock I ever bought was Disney. First stock I bought was Disney. So this is the thing where just dip into it and start learning. That's the important thing. I mean, yeah. I mean, like again, choose one stock, right? My two highly expensive stocks is like Nike and Target. But I just don't do like a whole portfolio of it, because then I don't have enough money. That's the problem. Yo, take it. I mean, like I'm glad you are, because it is important to learn to invest. That is the thing where, because you can look at this, right? Here's the proof in the pudding. Right? All time, I'm up right there. Okay? All time, I'm up 174%. Okay? I started look at this, right? All the money I put into it, 127. That's a lot. But that's also includes like dividends, which you should learn about. Dividends, selling some stocks, and then buying other stocks. So yeah, 127 to almost 350. So I just wanted to introduce you guys to stocks. If you guys haven't dipped your toe in, please dip your toe into it. Now, I will say this, right? Amazon, good buy. Amazon is, if you want to start, buy big companies, buy the bigger companies, just so you get the feel of it. Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, Google. You can't go wrong with those. You cannot go wrong with those companies. I have some of these companies in my portfolio, right? It stabilized my portfolio, so I can buy the more riskier stocks, right? I have the bigger stocks, right? That I don't need to worry about. I don't have to, I'm not stressed about. And then I gamble a little bit, right? I kind of gamble. I kind of play the thing where Nvidia is a good company, 100%. But for me, right? Nvidia is up like 30%. I mean, it's still a good company to buy, right? If you want to buy it, this is a company to buy and hold. This is a company to buy and hold, right? So Nvidia is a company you pass down to your kids. That's the thing, right? Facebook, Google, Amazon, all this shit that I would have, those are companies I'll pass down to my kids, because those are companies that will be lifelong, will be generational, right? But again, am I desiring this? Not really, right? Because it's up 30%, in the past year. It's doing well, right? So if you buy the bigger companies, why I tell you to buy is that you buy and hold. You do not sell. You don't sell, right? You hold these companies for 5, 10, 20 years, right? These are companies you hold for life. No, I don't look at private equity because I don't have opportunity for it, but it's just no, because I don't have the opportunity, right? I don't have the opportunity for private equity. Plus they are too you need a lot more capital, right? Private equity, you need a lot more capital. But do we have 20K to just like drop down? I don't have 20K to just drop down. Plus, it's a risk, right? It's a risk. It's a risk. A biotech company? Is that what you bought? Yeah, I wouldn't buy biotech. They're very risky. Biotech is risky because they are dependent on a drug, right? They're dependent on a drug if it passes regulations and if it works. Biotech, yeah, they're iffy. I would not touch biotech. I would do right now hot as AI companies. AI companies are pretty hot right now. AI companies, energy companies, what else? AI, energy, and metals, right? Precious metals. Precious metals are big right now. Energy, precious metals, AI. Those are big right now. Yeah, I mean, definitely. If you can find it. So, again, I'm not telling you guys to buy it. I'm not telling you guys to do it because this is my thing. Right? It's risky. So, these are companies that I'm personally buying right now. UiPath, it's an AI company. It's a risky company, but I'm taking a bit of risk, right? I'm taking a bit of risk. So this is one company that I'm taking a risk on. And there's a bunch of companies, a bunch of other companies I'm taking a risk on, right? USAR, that's a precious metal, right? Precious metal company. So it's a mining company. So I'm, taking a risk on that. This is an AI company as well. This is a robotics, an AI company. This is an AI company. Poet is an AI company as well. So I'm playing the AI field, right? I'm playing the AI field. So, that is the thing, right? So I just wanted to show you guys my my portfolio, things I'm buying, and talk a bit about, quantum. Now, quantum is risky, right? Quantum is risky because it's definitely not, but it is very big, right? I would say this. If you buy quantum, it is gambling, right? So the companies I was buying, right? The companies that I showed you I was saying I'm buying, I will put that under risk, right? Because still it's untested, right? Still it's untested. It's not popular, or it's not. Look, right? You see this right here? You got to look at that. Price to earning ratio, negative. So it's not making money. It's losing money. So please learn that. Price to earning ratio is how much it puts out and how much it how much it takes in, or how much it's losing. So like the company you said, it is losing money, but it's growing quickly, right? It's growing quickly. You can see that. That's look at that. That is insane. A 2,000, right? 2,000%. 2,000%. That is like, if you're buying this now, it is mad risky. If you bought this when it was $1, still gambling. But right there, that's when you made your money. And that's the amazingness of stocks, right? That's the amazingness of stocks. Imagine if you put 13,000, $1. Imagine that shit. You would have over, like, seriously. Let me see. How many? Okay, if you had bought, right? Put 13,000, right? 13,000 when it was $1, right? When it was $1, October 24th, right? Oh, October 24th. $1, right? If you put 13,000 when it was $1 on October 24th, right? That would be about 13,000 shares. Right now, right? You would have almost 500,000. That is stocks. Stocks is crazy. Stocks is amazing. I love stocks. I love stocks. Okay? So imagine that thing, right? Imagine that. If you had put, if you had put, right, 10K, right, in October 24th, you would have almost $350,000. Bro, you would turn $10,000 in about a year, about a year's time, right? You turn $10,000, right? In a year's time to over 6 figures. Stocks is insane. Stocks is insane. I love stocks. I'd rather buy a stock than buy a fucking house. I'm sorry. I'd rather put money in a stock than buy a fucking property, or at least an investment property, right? If you're buying a house for yourself, that's good. But I'd rather buy stocks than buy an investment property. Because what kind of shit can you do that? What kind of house? What? At least not today, right? At least not today. What kind of house could you put 10K in? 10K and get fucking 6 figures in? Nothing. There's no house you could do that with unless even if you build it yourself, the cost wouldn't be 10K. Stocks is amazing. Okay. But let's say this, for this, buying the stock now is mad risky, right? It's already up 2,000%, 2,000%. Do you think it's going to get another 100%? I don't know, right? Particularly right now. So if you buy the stock, you put this under risky. You put this under gambling, right? This stock will be put under gambling. So I have some stocks that I put under gambling stocks where who knows if I will make money out of it, right? Who knows? But sometimes it will be worth the gamble, right? Sometimes it will be worth the gamble. So that's what we got to think about. No, I'm glad, bro, I'm glad. I want all my brothers to do well. Stocks will do it for you. If I was right next to you guys, I would push you guys to buy a fucking stock. Buy a stock. Buy a stock right now, right? Buy a good stock, right? Buy a known a big name stock just to get started, right? But then after you make some money, you can buy the riskier stuff. You can buy the riskier stuff. But yes, guys, please invest. Please invest. Please start learning about investing, right? If you guys have questions, bro, I'm down. I'm definitely down to talk about investing. So this is why I wanted to record. This is why I wanted this to, hopefully be helpful to you, because this is my thing, right? This is what I'm doing. I'm personally putting money in it. So do not worry that, he's just saying shit to say shit. No, because this is a journey we go together. I'm not telling you something for just my own benefit, right? So yeah, what do you guys think? If you guys have questions, right? Specific questions, please ask it. And I'll probably make a video on it, right? Helps me know where I should make videos and what I should go about. So, ask me any questions you guys want to ask, and I'm down to talk to it. Right? So, my positions, a lot of positions, some risky ones, some crazy ones. I just bought this one today. Okay, this is risky. I put this under my risky stocks, right? My risky stocks. It's a lithium company, right? They make lithium batteries. So, I put only like $300 in it. So it's just risky. I'm seeing where it goes, right? So that's what I'm doing. Just playing around with certain things. All right. What do you guys think? Like I said, if you guys have questions, I'm down to answer. I'm down to make a video on it. So I'm going to try to do this more often to give you updates on my portfolio, updates on my journey. So, that's the thing. Robots need battery, right? Exactly. That's why I want to put a bit of money in it. Again, look at the landscape. Look at the landscape of our economy, of our nation, and see where money is needed, right? Where you see that there's a boom. Again, right? Don't stop thinking about people making money off of you. Make money off of them. Make money off of them. All right, guys. All right, that's it for tonight. Like I said, right? If you guys have questions about investing, because I believe you guys have to, please invest. You only need to. You can start with $1, $5, $10, $20, right? Start with $1. All right. If you guys have questions about investing, please, join the Discord. You guys could ask questions in the Discord. Ask questions down below, right, or in any of my videos. Okay. I'm gonna post that segment. So, yeah. If you guys have questions, please, ask them. I'll make videos and we could talk about it. Right. I really want you guys to invest. I really want you guys to get your money up. All right. I love you guys, right? Evil Eddie, my brother, thank you for coming. You guys are amazing. I'm glad you came back. Poor man, big bars. All right. I love you guys. Red Door. Steven was here. Brent, my brother. Any other shout outs? Artie, I love you, my brother. Kenna. I'm terrible with names. But thank you for stopping by. Anyone else? Wayne, my brother. I love you. Anyone else? I think that's it. I think that is it. Yeah, looks like that is it. You guys are amazing, right? You guys are amazing. I love you guys, right? Have a good night. Yo, big bars. You have questions? I'm down, right? So I'm definitely going to make segments on investing. So ask your questions. I'm ready to join the journey. Join the journey of investing. Nah, then come on. I'm down. I'm down to help you out. So don't worry about it. I'm going to make more of these videos. So please take your time. These are the points where you can ask questions, right? All right. I love you guys. Later.